Christmas is coming very soon, but are our priorities in order? A question. Are your priorities in order for the Christmas? Let me just reflect a while. The line between needs and wants often become blurred. Needs such as food, shelter, healthcare, and education are the essentials for our survival and the survival of our nation. Wants, however, are the luxury we desire, from the latest gadgets to trending clothes. And I noticed that we're doing a lot of shopping now online. Do we really need those things? Is it ironic that meeting our basic needs should be our top priorities? Yet we often find ourselves chasing after fleeting desires instead. The influence of advertising and social media can make it all too easy to equate our worth with what we own, leading many to prioritize temporary pleasure over lasting essentials. So I just thought that sometimes are we not going beyond in terms of those things that we think that we really need, and all we require is just the things to make us happy. We're looking for all kinds of things. And I know during the Christmas, it's always a time when a lot of people dread it. It's a nice time, but it's a time when people look forward to spending extravagantly. Your new curtains, do you really need them? Your new carpet, your new television, maybe a new car, maybe a new drawing room set. And so, sometimes Christmas becomes one of the things I know a lot of men dread, because it's a time for spending. Everybody come and ask you, where my Christmas? Where my Christmas? Your favorite girl. They say, hey, but whole year you ain't giving me nothing. So you're not even giving me my Christmas. And sometimes some fellas go ducking, hiding behind Cohen, because they do not want to meet up with their favorite girl. Because sometimes they have more than one woman, and each woman wants something, or maybe a good friend of theirs. So, it can be a very nice time, but sometimes it becomes a time for spending. Let me throw another thing for you.
Hold on. I took my time. I listened to what you had to say. But we know, Hartley, the sentimental value of Christmas. We can say now that Christmas has become something commercialized. It has always been commercialized, but right now it's beyond. And so, when you were a boy growing up, we had no Creole festival, we had our National Day, we had our Carnival. But most children look out for the 24th of December and the 25th of December and the 26th. And so we were trying to ensure that when December comes, we are in our best behaviors. So our parents can get us our little car, our little toy gun, our little water gun, our little capsule, and so on. So that's a tradition that we know. And as we grow older, we realize that Christmas has become a spending freak. So, fellas with more than one girl, you're speaking from your experience.
I'm speaking from many men experience in Dominica, within the Dominica culture. We can't be hypocrites.
Not the Dominica culture.
Or the Caribbean culture, if you want to extend it.
The men culture. Let's not just think it's the Caribbean where men are promiscuous. It's not just the Caribbean. You have it in Africa, you have it in Asia, you have it in the North America, you have it in Europe, and also too, we are descendant of Africa, so we have gotten that trait. So yes, the Caribbean men. And so we have grown and those of us if more than one, it is expected of you to give a Christmas gift. A Lance bag, a Gucci, a Nike, a Lacoste. We are expected to give something expensive, especially if we are in the circle of expense. Those of us who are not, and I use the pronoun us, those of us who are not, is expected to maybe buy a dress, buy a shoe, buy just another bag, you know. So yes, Christmas is a time for giving, and so I do not want you to highlight it just as for the men.
But wait a while. The reason why I go there is because I know within the Caribbean culture that if you look at and you do a survey, you'll find that almost 70 to 80% of the Dominican men have more than one child within the household, meaning that they have children outside.
What percentage? No. You're not serious. That's not so high.
Well, I'm just being moderate. I'm just being moderate. I just being moderate
by saying that out of 100 men,
about 80 of them
70 to 80 of them
have children
outside.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
I have not seen that statistics and I don't believe you.
Well, you go and find out. Do the research. Go and find out. And you'll find out for yourself what the situation is. Because I'm looking at my father. He has more than one children with more than one woman. I'm looking at my brothers. My brother has 10 children with 10 different women. My other brother has 6 children with 5 different women. I'm the only one, Cecil, who have 3 children with 1 woman.
So you are into that 20%?
So I would say I'm in the 20%. But quite a number of men, especially around Christmas time when you have children, and you have to give one over there, you have to give another child over there. And they're always looking forward to that because my brothers would come home for Christmas. They want their money. And my father have to give them some money for them to go shopping. He had to make sure. He would always say, well, look, that's for your brother Neville, Wapi, I calling you. He's in Bioche, my brother, Wapi. So Ras Algie would come, right? Claxon would come, right? Ben would come. So I know what it was like during Christmas time, and I know quite a number of men have not escaped that legacy, especially as Christmas coming. So it's something you had to look forward to spending, giving your children something because the women going to watch you big eye. A big Christmas coming and you're not even giving your child a gift, not even a little $1, $10 or $20 at the time. But you have a $10.
Those can't give $10.
Yeah, comrade. I mean, no, it's big money, but at the time when you got a little $10 or $15 to put in your pocket, brother, you had money. You could go down and buy your capsule gun, your cock gun.
No. We're not given the money. We were brought to shop with our parents sometimes, or we would stay home and the Christmas gift would come on the 24th to us at home. So not many of us had the opportunity to go out and shop.
Well, when I reached about 9 years, my mother gave me my money to go to town.
You're a lucky guy.
I went to town to shop to buy my gun. I didn't want my mother with me at all, or my car. No, neither my father. That was my day. Shopping day was my day to get to Roseau, meet the boys, buy biscuit, buy gun, buy cars.
Not at 9 years.
Yeah, 9, 10, yes.
No, 9 years?
Yes. I was then at primary school, standard 3, 4. Yeah. She wasn't going with me. Oh, I still remember. So I left Goodwill and went to Roseau with Gary Didier.
Your mother was a brave lady?
Yeah, Gary Didier and myself, Desmond Kalai, a gang of us going down to town. We're going to shop. So when I come home, I have my car. The lady cannot tell me which car to buy.
Well, Gary Didier was a little bit more fortunate than you, I'm sure.
Well, yes,
in those days. And Kalai himself.
Yeah.
Because Kalai mother was a huckster.
She was a huckster.
Right, yeah.
So we went to town. Fellas went to Pipo.
So,
Darrisdale.
so you'd have your $5, but they would chip in a little thing.
Oh,
for
yeah,
you
we
too.
have a little 25 cents, 50 cents, $1 to buy our capsule. You know, and that was the days. We're looking forward to that. Because remember, during the year, we have our little cash box.
Oh yes, that was common among us. That was very common among us. We, from the time the 1st of January comes, our little hipney, that's what we used to call it, hipney, penny, 5 cents, 10 cents. Per 50 cents was 50 cents I had one.
25 cents.
20, sometimes 25 cents. And you used to make that big cash box, you know.
Yes.
And as the year go in, you're looking to see
How heavy it
how
is.
heavy it is. And you know at the end of the 23rd,
You already know.
you started to break your cash box
You
to
already
see how
know.
much you have. And sometimes, if truth need to be said, you would have something like a $10.
Yeah, 10, 20, $20. A lot of money. Eh?
Yeah, in those days, you know.
Yeah, man. I looked forward to that, you know, and I'm looking forward again every Christmas.
But let's talk about preparing to get into Christmas, like a day like today, the 1st of December. What was the feel like on the 1st of December?
I see Christmas already, man. From the time the first reach, I already in the Christmas spirit as a young boy. I'm getting fully psyched up. I don't want to hear nothing else but waiting for
So at that time, did your mother at home had a Christmas lights, a Christmas tree? What was it like?
Yeah, she already bring out the Christmas tree. The Christmas tree already out. The lights on the Christmas tree already. And those lights going up and down, off, on, off, on.
And that was the beauty, you know, between the 1st and the 5th, where every home, I should say most homes, not every home, but most homes, would have their lights. As we can see behind you now, you know, our flickering lights.
I see you have lights at the back of me.
1st of December, Melia Joseph ensured that she kept the tradition.
And your decorations are out
Of
there already
course,
inside the studio.
Yes, inside the studio.
Yeah.
You know, I need to say thank you to Melia. So as of the 1st of December, tradition, between the 1st and the 5th, in our time growing up, you know, our parents would ensure that the lights, flickering lights,
Oh,
and
inside
that,
the house.
And as boys, you know, that was something that we really looked out for. I don't know about you, but I really look out for that.
I look out for it. And my mother looked out for it. She was an addict for lights and curtains and carpets.
We will talk about the curtains because curtains is later down. and then our Christmas tree.
Yeah.
I mean, you would, people would cut all kind of trees to say it's Christmas tree. In those days, we couldn't, it wasn't a very popular thing where you would buy Christmas trees. Or if you did, you buy a small one. But most persons would be able to go out there, cut a tree, and create their own Christmas
That's
tree.
right.
You know, and put their lights around it, and every member of the family would put their gift underneath the tree.
That's correct. That's correct.
So the 1st to the 5th was the preparation of your Christmas tree, your Christmas light. Then the house, we would put our lights, you know, all around the house.
Our decoration.
And the decoration all around the house, you know. There is this, I don't know the names of these things, but I mean, someone can help us. And that was so amazing, you know, in that period. So we focused quite a lot between the 1st and the 5th, maybe the 6th sometimes, maybe up to the 10th. We focused quite a lot on the preparation of Christmas. What was your preparation like?
Well, my preparation was the first thing. We start getting ourselves ready, start collecting our wood, dry wood to put it there in the galta. Start getting ready the drum, because we have to smoke meat. So we're getting those things ready. Pull out all the kick tins, washing them, getting them ready. Baking have to take place. A cake must be baked. Now, what we had was the oven, but the oven was made out of concrete inside the house. With 3 burners, it was something like a stove, but made out of concrete. Cleaning that, make sure it's okay, and making sure you clean out the oven. getting things ready, right? So preparation start. And we're looking at the peak now because we know closer to the 22nd, 23rd, that have to be slaughtered. All man looking at the pig, who have goat, who have sheep, because animals have to die. You have to hear them bawling.
So I think you're going too far. I just want to develop as we're going along. So yes, we celebrate our Christmas tree. And the other thing that would have happened in the second week of Christmas is scrubbing. So school has closed and we have to now scrub the floor. Did you do that?
Yeah, my mother did that. Scrubbing, remember the houses were made out of board, eh?
Yes.
So you have to scrub outside the house and inside the house.
And the step.
And the step. And then the yard now, remember we had no concrete, so you have to start thinking of going to get your chipping by the bay or by the river, because you have to put new chipping in the yard. Because that yard have to be spick and spank.
But not just the yard. I mean, that period, more scrubbing brush would have been sold. I mean, every home would have had a scrubbing brush or two. And the pisa bedding, that's what you call it, the pisa bedding.
Yeah. Your bedding.
We had to use that, after you scrub with blue soap or breeze. Those days, the breeze was what was used most commonly.
Breeze, yeah.
Yeah, and you have to take that breeze because Mommy has to go by Astafans or maybe at that time also Nassif, a few other places, and buy what?
We have to go and buy our soap. We have to buy our scrubbing brush. We have to buy our steel wool as well. So we have some items we must have to get the place ready. Your J's was one of them. You must have that to disinfect the house. Mm-hmm. So all those things we were looking at it.
No, I'll come to that. Someone just said that we used to get our Christmas tree from the station, which is Gardens, but sometimes my grandparents would get a nice smelling pine tree from the Saguenay ship from Canada. Mm-hmm. F.A. Barron was the agent for those trees.
Do you know who F.A. Barron was?
Yes, of course. I buy my little car by F.A. Barron.
Right.
Frank Barron.
He used to sell toys as well.
On Cock Street, on Old Street and Cock Street.
Just by the Hillsborough factory.
Yes, right by the Hillsborough special factory.
And he was living upstairs, eh?
Yes, and Mr. Barron was living upstairs.
That's right.
Yeah, there's green building in the corner there.
Yeah, just around the corner there.
And so, in those days, you had to buy carpets. That's what you forget. Carpet.
Carpet, yeah, I mentioned it.
And no, you said steel wool. And so we had to buy the carpet. After you finish scrub, you don't put in the carpet one time. You have to leave the plash, the wood.
To dry.
Allow it to dry. So you take all the old carpets, because remember you buy carpet the previous year, and you have to tea away that carpet. Some persons who did not have the money would have kept their carpet. And when they kept the carpet, they would again scrub it and pass their torchon
it
to make sure it's shining.
But
what I like about the carpet was the new carpet was the smell.
The smell of the carpet. Was you folding it.
Right.
And you're helping your mother to cut it.
Right. And so they ensured that when they purchase their carpets, they have it in their room. Those days was children in La Salle and more than father in room.
Your butcham, yeah.
So they put it in the
corner.
In the corner.
Or under the bed.
No, my mother and father used to put it in the corner by their bed.
Okay.
By their bed, by their spring bed. Those days had spring bed, and put that there. And that smell during the course of the day just wants you to put it down. And children just get excited about it.
Yeah, I used to. But another thing people used to do, especially those who had money, when you scrub the house, or you have this old thing, you put carpet around the house too, a kind of thing like bricks.
Yes.
You spread it outside.
No, it was a paper. It's
a kind of plastic.
It was What's the name? I think Tina can help me.
Yeah, they have it.
They used to put it on the house.
Outside the house. Some houses still have it up.
Yes, it was like tar.
Yeah, it was like a tar,
Yes.
black thing, but
and
nice.
like a brick.
It's like a brick.
Yes, you have the black in the center.
Right, correct.
Black in the center and the white.
White, right.
You know,
so you put that on your house.
Yeah, for when it rain.
Right.
You know, so it wouldn't go through the wood. So quite a number of persons still have that, but so buy that at Christmas time.
Christmas time.
You know, so there are people that used to purchase that and at the same time purchase their carpet for inside. So that one is for the outside and the inside one. So I want someone to tell us the name of that.
That one.
I'm trying to remember the name. And so what used to happen was when the day come for you to place your carpet, tout enfant, yes, is the siding for the house. Yes, that's what it was, the siding for the house. All children, if your mother has 7 children, all 7 children must be there when we put in the carpet down.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
To help.
Let's go to the telephone quickly. Someone wants to speak to us. Good evening.
Yes, good evening, Cecil and Mr. Adams.
Yes.
Good evening.
So that thing you're talking about, the name was Ginasco.
Ginasco. Right. Yeah, right.
Where they used to buy that Ginasco? Not by Asafans. But
she go already. Ginasco.
I think it's by Nassif, you know, because you remember.
By old Nassif.
No, I see they're fixing up that same place there.
Yeah.
But that's where they used to get that
Ginasco,
thing.
yeah.
Ginasco. That's the name, you know.
Yeah, you put that out, man.
It was like an asphalt.
Asphalt.
It was like an asphalt.
You put that on your. In fact, I think I saw some on Gary Didi's mother house some time back, and a lady in my street. The house is about 100 years old, and that thing's still on the house.
Yes. Let's go back to the telephone. Good evening to you, caller.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Let me tell you, that thing, to me, it had a nickname like siding.
Some people say
Like
siding.
they used to put it outside the house.
Yes.
Let me tell you, and little children playing. If you see you fall, boy, that would bruise you. That would give you some cuts, you know.
Yes.
Chop.
Yes, you're right. It was like shops, like almost like stone.
Yes,
man,
you know?
yes, boy, that boy used to smell Christmas. The
Yes.
carpet, the thing to put on the table, the carpet, and
The
boy,
other thing
that just-
on the table.
the tap. They used to say tappy tap.
You have to buy a new one. But.
Boy.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay then. Yes.
So yes, the siding. It's
siding,
called siding.
yeah.
It was also called siding. But really, you know, Adams. In those days, we actually used to look out for Christmas.
Oh man.
And we just talk about the house.
Oh, man,
So you
everybody
find
excited.
by the 15th now of December, you know, we have our decoration in the house. We have.
Could you describe your kind of decoration you had?
But I just can't give the description.
Well, there was one they make out of paper.
Yes.
You put at the front of the house.
I seen them, you know. But somebody have to help us with the name.
You pull it out, and it's like as though it's like a big.
Big fan. It's like a fan.
It's like
the
a
square.
Yeah.
Yes.
You just pull it out.
Yes.
You have and then now you have the paper for your dressing.
I think what people can do.
You pull it out.
What people can do, Adams, is to just call us or go on Facebook and tell us the names of these things. I really cannot remember the names.
Yeah, your mother have that.
Because it's my parents who used to buy that. You know what I'm saying? So right now, if I go and purchase, I'm not asking for, I'm not taking, you know, somebody say crepe paper.
Crepe paper, that's right.
Someone tell me on Facebook,
crepe paper.
Yeah. So like right now, I just go in and, you know, just take, and I good.
And you good.
You know, I just take what I think that is pretty and I find that is all right for me.
Right.
But my parents know the name.
They know the name.
You know?
And not only that, you have to make sure you have your either your table for you to stand up, for you to pull it out in crisscross.
Yes. And some of them gold, some of them green.
Yeah.
You know. And that dazzling thing, man.
Yeah.
And at night time, you don't need to use your white light.
No.
Your Christmas light blinking on and off.
What about your balloons now?
Well, balloons wasn't a common thing. You see this thing?
These wrong ones.
These wrong red ones. They use them quite a lot. I really do not know the name.
Boy, during my time, you must have balloons. You must have balloons.
Someone said tin lens.
Yeah.
Tin
the tin thing.
Tin lens.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's silverish.
Yeah, tin
Or some
eggs.
of them gold,
Yes.
some of them blue, some
Yeah.
of them green. But balloons, you must have your balloons. And that is the time I used to have fun.
Hold on, balloons. I'm trying to remember if we had balloons.
Your mother must have had balloons,
I'm trying
man.
to remember.
You have to blow those things, man, and tie them, man.
Someone said paper used to be colored with crayon. That's when we did that.
Yeah, when you made
you have
your
to make that from school and then you bring it
time,
home and so on. And now, so inside of the house, you have to ensure your mother put new how you call it again? Put on the chairs.
Oh, cushions.
Cushions, man. New cushions. Those days we used to have what is called settee.
Yeah, your settee.
How do they call them now? These chairs.
Oh, they still call it
no,
your dining room set.
Dining room set. Big name they call it.
Yeah, but we had our
But
settee.
we had settee. So people like Hiram, Daniel, these people
Would make it.
would make those settees. So that was their time. So Hiram and them fellas had 5 and 6 settees to make.
Right.
And you have some people who would sell. And there was a table that had
Your center table.
center table. It was a funny kind of center.
With funny legs.
With funny legs, but it used to have a top.
Yeah, the top.
It has a top
To put your vase.
and they used to give it some kind of curvings.
Yeah, man.
Someone wants to help us. Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, good night.
Yeah, good evening.
What about the postcards from England? They
Oh,
we
used to
coming-
hang on the
boy,
price
Jesus.
tag.
We coming to that.
We coming to
That was
that.
the price tag.
Yes, we coming to that. The postcards. Yes, the postcards. Yes, thank you.
From England.
Yes, yeah,
Alright.
thanks. Yeah. So yes, as the caller said about the postcards, we can rush. No, but the center table, they used to put the linoleum. That's what they're calling it.
You put your little nice doily, your doily on your center
They
table.
used to do macrame.
Yeah.
That's what they used to call it.
Yeah,
Macrame.
but after they call it doily.
And when it's finished, they say you put in your doily,
Doily on top
it,
the center
and
table.
you buy in your nice vase.
Vase.
You know, we say vase.
All right.
We used to say vase in those days.
Right. With your artificial flower.
Artificial flowers, red, green,
Paper, eh?
white. No, it wasn't paper. Plastic.
Well, I had my mother own was
just
paper.
No, well, there was Helen, your auntie.
Was making it.
Helen, your auntie used to make a lot of the paper.
Yeah, she used to bring a lot
She used to
for
make a lot of the paper. Helen was good. So she'd get the kite paper.
Yeah.
And when Helen did that, my brother, Helen used to sell it like joke. Helen and her daughter.
Yeah, you have the Y inside of Cecil, and Helen bringing that for my mother, and my mother can go mad. She
Well,
love
let
it.
me tell you, the ordinary people used to buy a lot of that. So yes, my parents bought the paper because Helen was a very good friend of ours.
Yes.
So she would have had to purchase that. But we used to get we used to purchase also, but I'm trying to remember if it's by, but there was a place, boy. They used to buy it by Astafans for sure. These red flowers, the flowers now.
Oh, yeah.
The various types of flowers. They
You
used to
mean
buy
the plastic flowers?
The plastic flowers.
Oh, yes.
They used to buy it from, also from the hucksters.
From
that time.
Guadeloupe.
No, that lady, that is your friend that you just spoke about, Kalai. Kalai mother was Makamen used to be a huckster, and right behind your mother, well, she was in front of your mother.
Yeah.
On this big step.
Right.
On Fields
She bringing it.
She used to have all of those beautiful flowers from Guadeloupe.
Carmen and her sister.
They
have that there, man. Only that different plastic.
Ah.
You must get. And Laye have that too.
And Laye used to have it. Somebody tell me about goblins, and we'll talk about the gingerbread just now, and we'll talk about the sorrel. We're taking our time because we have a whole night to talk about Christmas, and when at that time every household had somebody in England or St. Thomas or St. Croix. Well, there's more St. Croix than St. Thomas. St. Croix, St. Thomas,
Curacao,
Aruba, Guadeloupe. Antigua wasn't in Rhin.
No, Antigua wasn't.
Montserrat.
Montserrat.
Saint Martin was not in Rhin yet.
Not yet.
In the 70s into the 80s.
No.
There was no Saint Martin and there was no
No
Antigua.
Totola and all
No
those
Totola. So you had somebody in either St. Thomas, St. Croix,
Guadeloupe, Antigua.
And no, Antigua wasn't in that. Guadeloupe, England, Canada.
And Canada.
Canada. You had to, once you have somebody there, they used to send you
what?
Your card.
Your card with what?
According to the currency. Besides Guadeloupe wasn't sending money for us because at the time they used to have francs, and our money was more. So $1 of ours was 50 cents
of theirs.
All right.
What you got from England?
Boy.
Well, your money order, boy.
Boy, let me tell you, so send
your money order.
A long paper.
A long paper.
Yes, a long paper.
And you have to watch to make sure that they don't steal that at the post office. Everybody on their toes.
In those days, they used to put the money order in a silver, the foil paper, and they used to send it. How you call that? Quick pack? Not quick pack.
No, boy, registered letter.
Registered letter. That's what I'm looking for. A registered letter. So in 3-4 days, that in your on your doorstep.
Yeah, boy. When they bring that, you know,
when they bring that, you know, you're watching that to make sure by the post office, you know, because most times we used to go post office and get that.
You have to go post office.
I mean, the postman used to come, but because you say 39A Fields Lane. So you say 49A Fields Lane and the postman go and look for that, you'll get that.
You get that.
And you're watching not to see if anybody tamper with that. And you over in that.
Yes.
You say that in your silver thing.
Boy.
And then it's not for you, it's for your mother.
And that time.
So you have to bring it for your mom or your father. And especially if it come for your father, Mommy had to get that. Mommy used to be the one.
She Marco in that, man.
He's talking about
you man Marco in that.
So if it comes for your father,
the
lady have to go and change that in the bank.
In the bank.
You check? And in those days, £1 was $6.50. You remember that?
Right. At the time, yes. But in my time, a pound was $4.80.
No, boy. Pound was
in your time, when I was a young boy.
In my time, yes. Because
in your time, I'm older than you.
Yeah.
So when a pound comes from my uncle in England, that is $4.80, and that's plenty money, my boy.
Yeah.
That is plenty money. So if they send £20 for you by Christmas, make already.
Yes.
You happy. And if he have his little nephew.
Someone on the telephone.
Yeah.
Good evening to you, caller.
Good night, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm listening to you. What do you weigh in the postman to make sure you have a pink strip for you?
That's right. That's
for
right.
Days, you know.
For days you weigh in.
Weighing the person every day you looking out because you want to know if you have a pink slip or registered letter for you.
Right.
Because you know when you get that money that's there.
Mm-hmm.
No, but Christmas time is nice. I like Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
I really.
Yes, you're right.
You're right.
Yeah, I like it, but I'll be honest, I like a white Christmas.
You live in Canada. You live in Canada all your life, you know.
White Christmas, snow.
Yes, I miss the snow.
You like to play in the snow? Go ahead. You like the snow to play in it, yeah?
Yes, like a child again, you know. And when it snows, there's a glitter in it when it snows. I like it. But I'm in Dominica now. I have no choice. My lights are on.
Wow.
No choice now.
On your porch too?
Because I'm in Dominica.
On your porch too?
I have my lights on and I'm not drinking wine because I'm on medication.
Okay.
But there's most times I would be with my lights. I've decorated my house already, but I have no job but to drink ginger beer now.
I know.
Right. Well,
my ginger beer and my sorrel, my ham. I don't really like this. When I'm in Canada, America, I drink turkey, but for Dominica, I like pork. I like pork and pigeon peas. Yeah, that's a white pigeon peas, like how they call it in Angol.
Angol.
Yes. And at that time, you have to peel it for your mother and as you shinny in that.
Shinny, yes. Little worms in it.
Yes. And why is it that is that only around too. Well, now you get it in cans and whatever in America.
All right.
And Canada, but at that time in Dominica, it's only about Christmas time, that peace would come about, like over there you get in that. Things, everything can't get. But I prefer the local one. It is really good.
Yeah.
The
All
farm.
right. Thanks, man, Vadu.
Thank you, Vado.
Yeah.
Yes,
All right.
I'm listening.
All right.
Well, Cecil,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Vado, during the Christmas time when I was studying in the Mediterranean.
Just before you say that, someone says, Tina says, in my time, a pound sterling was still $4.80.
Yes.
So she's about your age.
Right.
Sandra Sayer said, "Oh, there was wrapped. There would. She may want to say they wrapped it in carbon paper, and that's how my grandmother used to send a US dollar to my mom. So they used to put it in carbon paper.
Well, she enjoying the snow, but when I was studying in the Mediterranean and the fuel heated me, I could not even see the wonder of the world. I mean, it was so cold because you have so much clothes on you, and you have hot water and heat on you, and you crying to come back to Dominica.
Good evening to you, caller. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hey, good evening. I want to let you all know that in 1978, the pound was $7 plus.
$7. Right.
$700 plus.
$7.
$7.
Seven was for 100 pounds, but one pound was $7 and something.
Right.
That was high.
Yeah. That's correct. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's why I told you in my time.
In your time,
it was
in my time.
$6.50.
In my time, $4.80.
I remember that like yesterday.
And my pound was much more valuable than your 6
I don't think so.
When you have a pound in those days,
my brother, when you have
you had a pound, you're strong. You're a big man.
When you have 5 pounds, my brother, in my time, you're a big man.
When I had 5 pounds in my time, I was a big man in 1950s.
I was a big man.
And 60, I can walk with my head high. I can buy things.
I was never getting the pounds. That is coming to my mother and my father.
Right. When they send for me.
So we are family, and they send a little thing for you. So the other thing is that now, a lot of us used to wait for our cards, because if the house has 10 people, the family overseas sending 10 cards. And each card would have a little US, a little pound, So if you have family in Canada, they're sending five Canadian dollars for you. Or they're sending $5 for you.
Wow.
Or they're sending 5 pounds. Children. For the children, it's always 5. I don't know if anybody had anything different.
Right.
But for daughter sending something for the mother, it's between 50 pounds and 100 pounds.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? 50 pounds, and sometimes that's the only money they send for the year. So they have to cheer up the family. So they send a $5 for everybody, and everybody happy. And then inside of your card, you used to have some sweet words. Until later on, they made some cards that was actually singing.
Yeah, the singing.
Singing for you.
Yeah.
Have yourself a merry
it's singing.
Christmas.
It's singing. Singing.
So you open your money in it, and you get in.
You get in music.
That's
nice.
And then, according to the person who called earlier on, our parents used to put on the bike. The person can call me back. I want the name again. But in the La Salle, on the partition, the person give a particular partition.
Yeah.
They used to put string.
A string to put your cards.
Yes, and you put in all your cards on that string.
Right.
So whoever comes to your home
can see the cards.
Can see how many cards you get.
Received,
and, let me tell you now, ute go bug. Now you can know people who do not have people. Usa connect mun kini mun de wo Dominic e mun kini mun di adida Dominic.
You're heavy when you see all
heavy.
Things. You're heavy, man.
I tell you, you're heavy because.
And you're even opening your house for people to see your card. As soon as they come, you opening. When they walk in, you have to make sure you show them what you have, your strength.
Boy, let me tell you. Boy, let me tell you. When they come home, when they come to your home, they know that you get money, because they seen cards. Let's say on the pie card. I tell on the partition. Let's say with cards. So some person will make their maths. And we say, well, that family gets 100 US or 100 pounds,
Right.
And so, for me, Christmas is a great time.
Right. You have to show off.
No. As you're getting bigger now, go on, I have like a girlfriend. We have a thing called pen pal. So pen pal overseas send a little something for you. So you still have more. So family sending for you, pen pal sending for you. You know? And it was a real great time.
Right. Cecil, what about your girlfriend? When she send you a Christmas card for you, they have to be in a special place. If you're still at your mother home.
Well, let me tell you, I was at my mother home. I had my first child at my mother home.
Hey!
I had my first child at my mother home.
Cecil, whilst you're there, let me give you a joke quickly. Don't you know who came to see me last week?
Tell me.
Brother Jermaine.
Oh, yeah.
And do you know what he told me? When I told he said me, I hear you all the time with Cecil, but I knew he had his first child in my school.
Oh, did Brother Jimmy said that? I can't believe you.
He told me that.
I'm really joking, Brother Jimmy.
Yeah, boy, I laugh, boy. I laugh.
Brother Jimmy, I try to play secret. I go to church. I'm an Adventist. So you're not supposed to fornicate. So I am trying to, but I was a terrible boy, you know. My girls, I was terrible at the time. So I got a girl pregnant in school. The young girl herself was going to school. So I'm going to SME, she's going to Wesley High School. Both of us are still very young teenagers. No, my mother don't have nothing. But her grandmother and her uncles are in the United States. So one day Brother Jimmy called me in his office and he said, Cecil, I'm going to tell you something and don't lie. So I'm trying to wonder what Brother Jimmy could tell me. Can it be about pregnancy? Boy, Brother Jimmy asked me, do you have a young lady pregnant? Now I'm trying to figure to save my skin, lie, or get expelled, talk the truth. So you know I'm in hot water because Brother Jimmy getting story. So I said for Brother Jimmy to tell me that, someone had to tell him that.
Yeah.
Boy, someone tell me, boy, just talk the truth to the man. I said, yeah, man, Brother Jimmy, man. No, I didn't say, yeah, man. No, that's not what I said. I said, yes, brother, in a shy way. Yes, brother, I have a young lady pregnant. No, he doesn't know that the young lady left state when she was 2 months pregnant. And he says to me, if I am to hear anything about you not comforting this young lady, you'll be expelled. So right away I know I'm not going to be expelled. I say, yes, man, brother. And he gave me another condition. He gave me 2 other conditions, and I have to keep with the 2 other conditions. And I just want to say on air.
He told me.
I want to say live on air. Brother Jimmy.
He's here.
Thank you. Thank you. And within my heart, I have a special Christmas gift for you.
Yeah,
always.
he's here.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Yeah, he's here.
You can tell me what you want. People say what they want about Brother Jermaine, but he's my brother Jermaine.
He told me.
Yeah. So your Brother Jermaine told you so?
Yeah, he told me so. He listens to the show.
Yes, man. And you know, and so as we were saying that so we do all of these things, all of these home chores and so. Now, some of us had to go country. So so I come out country. So my mother had to ensure you go back down to the country. So if holiday starts on Thursday,
Yeah.
Friday you have to take your massive brown grip, put your clothes, and go for the 2 weeks in the country. And we'll talk about that after. We'll talk about the country life after. But I also did my own in Roseau. So I know the Roseau life too. And so, when Christmas was getting closer, your mother, not much father, father used to cook. Your mother now has to look for the things for the drawing room and the room. So now they're looking for the year, they're buying their sheets, their pillowcase or pillowcases, and they're buying their curtains during the year. Closer to Christmas, they're buying their carpets. But during the year, they're buying their sheets, their glasses. You have to buy your glasses.
You must buy your glasses.
You have to buy your glasses, your tumbler.
Your tumbler.
You have to buy a tumbler.
You must have a
You
tumbler.
must have a
tumbler.
Children love their tumbler.
You must have your
you
tumbler.
must have. For persons who do not know what a tumbler is a very big glass.
A big glass. That's
A
special.
very big special glass
Right.
to put juice.
Right.
And so on the Christmas night, not in the Christmas night, on the boxing is the next day, right?
Yes. But
On the 24th, your mother, she goes out, but in the morning, first on the 24th, no, not on the 24th, a week before, she would do her ginger beer. So they buy in their ginger.
Yes, the ginger.
And they put in, those days, you used to have Gordon's gin bottles.
Bottle, or your whiskey bottle.
Whiskey bottles.
Mm-hmm.
And they used to grate the
ginger.
put a little rice, put a little lime, and what's the other one?
Then, in what, the same ginger beer?
Yes. I don't really care.
Your essence? No.
No, man. Essence, we don't put the essence in ginger beer.
What do you put
Clove.
in? And your clove, yes.
And clove.
To preserve.
So you had to put your clove in that either a week or 2 weeks before. So you boil in. What they used to do is to boil the
it,
ginger.
yeah.
Grate the ginger,
And
boil it,
Mm-hmm.
and let it cool. Put it in your bottle, and then you put in, as I said, you put in your clove
And your rice.
put in your rice, in the ginger, and some persons used to sweeten it. And they put in it there, not in fridge, open the fridge.
No, you're outside.
Put in that there, and sometimes you put it in a bomb with water. Every 2 days you have to change your water, so it can stay cool. So you have that, and then sorrel was a popular one.
Yeah, sorry.
Your mother used to go in the market, buy your sorrel, and children know how to peel sorrel, and I hate to peel sorrel.
Right.
In those days I didn't like to peel
Well,
sorrel.
nowadays, they have the sorrel already peeled, you know. I
Because
made my sorrel.
The sorrel used to have a thing that's
Yeah.
pricking and stay on your fingers.
And stay under your nails
And
as
so-
well.
yeah, and that is to really hurt. So I didn't like that. So your mother giving you a big basin of sorrel to peel,
Right.
and you peel in that with a little knife, and you have to peel that and give that to your mother at the end. And then she boiling that together with the ginger beer. Well, not together, separately, but they boiling it at the same period. And so you have the ginger beer, and you have your sorrel.
That's correct. So,
And you're having tons of that, you know.
Oh, yeah, a lot
in
of
the
that.
house. And then on Christmas, the day before Christmas, they're making the shodo. So in the morning, mommy doing the shodo. You getting it's eggnog.
your egg, yeah.
You're getting your egg, your guineas, and something else.
Your nutmeg.
Your nutmeg. And the women in that, they mix in that.
Well, you have your swiveling stick.
Yeah, those are swiveling stick.
Yeah, you have that.
Yeah, a swiveling stick. And you made that. And you made in.
Yeah.
And I tell you made good women.
Yeah, you have that. Your hand
Because
hurting.
they have to have taste.
They have to have taste.
Because if not, my brother, I mean your mother think not good.
Yeah, people
you know?
coming
and you know that it's to spoil.
Yeah.
You know? Based on how you do it, it would spoil.
Yeah, you have to make
You know?
sure it's
You have to
well
make
done.
sure it is well done. And so you find Brain that you do that. Something else, you know, boy. Something else. There's another drink. I'm sure the people on Facebook can help me. There was another drink that they used to use. You check?
What are you making it with?
I'm trying to remember.
Guineas?
Huh?
The one with Guineas?
The one of the guineas?
Yeah, there was making one
Shodo.
with
That shodo.
You had the one with the Guineas they made?
Yes, there's shodo. And there
The
is...
sorrel and the ginger
I'm
beer.
trying to remember. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is what I remember. My mother used to make one with Guineas.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a special one.
Yes.
And they have it in a bottle. And that one can knock you out. It gives you a charge.
Yes, they used to do it with guineas.
I forgot what in fact, they say that when you're losing power, they still make it for you.
Somebody said they still have their swizzle stick.
It's
The
true.
person in the states and the person said I still have my swizzle stick.
Yeah, man.
For when I do my shodo.
Yeah, when you
That's
do
what that's
your-
called. Shodo.
Yeah, when you're doing your show.
Shodo. Yes, it's shodo.
Have you-
Yeah, right. So on Christmas Day, you're doing the shodo because everybody have to drink a little shodo.
Yeah, man.
You check? And so for us on Boxing Day, not Boxing Day, the day of Christmas, shopping day.
Right.
Shopping day, your mother doing all the things that she has to do to eat. So sometimes we used to get codfish, and she used to make codfish balls, you know.
Right.
Set
Well,
of things.
hang on this, Cecil. Before the Christmas day itself, let's say for Christmas Eve arrive, you must bake
Yes.
your cake.
Yes. Oh, I forgot. We forgetting that.
Yeah, you must have your cake. So either you go buy ball heads.
Yes.
I know you used to go buy ball heads in the bakery
Or
to have
or
to get
laye,
it.
or buy
Or
laye
laye.
mako.
Mako.
Yes.
So my mother would get her cake and she'd
Or-
bring by laye.
Yes, you have to
Because
bring
there was a
laye.
bakery at the back of us.
Yes. As a matter of fact, before it was Mr. Willie had that
Mr.
bakery.
Willie. That's
Mr.
correct.
Willie had that bakery, and then Lai had that bakery later. And you had to bring either by ball heads.
By ball heads,
So
right.
those days, ball heads, Lai, and Willie, them bakers in Rose.
Oh, they're busy.
They used to make plenty vary, not just busy. Plenty vary on poor people. Plenty vary. Real business, I'm telling you.
I know,
plenty
I
vary
know.
on poor people.
Yeah.
And you bring your cake, and you have to put it in a particular tin, because everybody can have the same tin, you know.
Right,
But you lose your cake.
You lose your cake.
Right. So you
What
have
is the cakes they make? Butter cake?
my brother butter cake, my brother fruit cake, everybody was making. Remember, a whole month, your mother put in, you have the wine and all the various fruits under her bed, well covered. You check, and when she ready, children have to now beat that. And we still have, no, this was a sick that time. They still have a thing to we made.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's
silver.
A thing like silver.
Silver.
With a wire like.
Yes, wire, right,
Yeah,
right.
right.
And you
Wire
have to
all
beat
around
that.
it, and you have to beat that.
And you have the sugar, you have brown sugar. You can imagine you have to put the brown sugar and the butter first.
That's right.
And you have to wimmy that, and you have to wimmy that, and you have to wimmy that until you do not hear because in the sugar on the pan with the butter, you hear
Right, so you have to
when
mix
you beating
that
it
properly.
So when the sugar is melted,
You know how to
when
make
the
it.
sugar is fun, like fun then.
Yes.
When it is fun, like melted, you have to now take a liquor, what's the brown thing name, the boy? A liquor essence.
Yeah.
And you put in that, and you're mixing that.
Right now, well, let's have right now people just put their electric thing on that. You know.
And boy, let me tell
Automation now.
you.
You
About a whole hour you have to do that way. Whole hour. Huh. Yeah, that someone said, you madman bought a cake? Huh. Boy, fruit cake for Christmas. Nobody did butter cake. I don't know where you get that butter cake from. My brother,
I
nobody
know,
did
my
butter
mother
cake.
my mother made a butter cake as well as
Yeah,
for us.
No, nah.
And the fruit cake was for them
And let me
on
tell you now,
special. That gets you
and
drunk.
it's all like 4 of that, you know.
Yeah.
Not one fruit cake, you know, 4. So your mother used to say, 2 for the family. And she's saying to you, do not cut her cake. Pas toucher. Bonbon. Pas toucher, bonbon. Pas toucher. So my mother have to share that when breakfast time. From Christmas Day till when cake finish.
Wow.
You have to share that every breakfast. Get a little piece. Antimoso. Whet your appetite. But somebody fashion we.
Yeah, but you never got a chance to. I had a. I had
Hold
a
on,
very,
someone said that, and that was the time we get slices from a big mastiff. So those days they used to buy mastiff, yeah. They used to buy mastiff. Christmas Day, that's penny bread wasn't.
No fashion.
No 10 cents bread and 25 cents bread.
No, your mastiff.
They buy a mastiff, and they used to cut that in pieces.
Yeah, you have to slice that.
And that time you see what you call it, cucumber. You seen smoked herring, you seen egg. It wasn't codfish now, smoked herring.
Omelette.
Yeah. Yes, you do omelette with the egg. And you get in your little piece of mastiff and your kakoti. And sometimes they give, after you finish drinking the kakoti, they give you the shodo. So you have to drink the shodo. Or some person sometimes give you the shodo early morning before you have your breakfast.
That's right.
It depends on the family.
Yeah.
And so someone says, my fruitcake have been soaked since last Christmas.
What?
I will bake my cake in 2 days.
But let me tell you something about that fruit cake. If you eat too much of that, depending on how strong the wine it makes you drunk, you know.
Someone said that they used to make butter cake and add fruits to eat.
Tell you
and
that.
add fruits to eat. when they give you the shodo, they give you a piece of cake after you come from children's
Mass.
Christmas mass. That is true.
Yeah.
And someone said, Jennifer Coffey said, and they cut in that in pieces. and everybody in the family have to get a piece of cake
And
that
not,
day.
and it have some kind of things on top of it. Prunes, no, a little thing, fruits.
Yes,
It's a little fruit thing they put on it, man.
Boy, I forget
Putting
it,
it in the cake, man, to give it more flavor.
The black one.
They have the black one and they
Yes.
have a kind of red one too. They put on the cake, especially with the butter cake. They put in it too.
Someone from Portsmouth said we big by Mr. Paul in Portsmouth. I wonder what Mr. Paul used to do, boy. So I'm sure everybody going to tell us where they should send the cake. You know,
Some people used to send their cake by Jericho.
Jericho in Pottersville.
Pottersville,
Yes,
yeah.
Jericho in Pottersville.
For sure.
Yeah.
Or,
I saw Jericho the other day. Is he blind?
yeah, he's blind.
Yes, I wanted
Right.
to, but I was driving and I was a little distance. I saw someone was helping him.
Oh, by your good friend.
Raisin.
The raisin.
That's
Yeah,
that's
the
the name
raisin.
I was looking for. Thank you very much. Raisin.
The raisin in your
So you
cake.
put raisin in the cake.
Yeah, man.
And batsa.
As though you're doing it with Cecil.
Yes, batsa. Raisin. And as you're doing it, you put your finger inside
to
it.
taste it. And when you're finished with that,
When you do that, your mother going to see you, eh?
yeah. And when your mother is finished, you tell her, boy, leave the rest for me.
Yes.
The Lewis Town.
Who says she live in Leicester for you? Good evening.
Good evening. You forget Laron Bakery in Pottersville, man.
Laron, I was just right.
Yes.
Laron
Malaron and them.
Yeah, by
Yes,
the
by
bay.
Winston there. By
Wilson,
Wilson.
Wilson.
And all you Toast used to bake in Laron Bakery.
Totes.
Totes, man.
Yes.
Jackery. Totes Jackery
Yeah.
there.
I was about the first woman who could roll bread in a bakery, you know. Me and Tony used to bake bread for the defense force.
Who Tony?
Who Tony?
Huh?
Who
Which Tony?
Tony, my husband, Tony Laron.
Oh, Mr.
Oh, yes, Tony.
Yes.
Right.
We used to supply the defense force with bread. We had to bake 2 bags of flour every night.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Laron, yes, that's true. Thank you
Yes.
for telling us. Thank you for telling us.
Yes.
Laron
Thank you.
Bakery, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and you know, and the current, you know, that's I think the current. It's also almost like the raisin.
That's right. The
Yes.
one. That's what.
That's the one you're thinking of. Yeah, the current.
The current.
and that's
yeah.
have a sweet taste.
Sweet taste, yes.
And you and I was just saying when you beat the cake, you put in your finger in that to taste as you go as you go along. You eat in the cake before it even bake. And if your mother see you,
you
get
die.
a big callot behind your head.
You die.
Cecil ki kalte mal kasi bagay sa.
Yeah. You get a slap.
You get a hard slap
Or
behind
slap
your
in
head.
your face.
Not in your face, behind your head.
My mother was bad. In your face. So you don't do it anymore.
Yes, Sandra said, my mother used to work at Eric's Bakery at that time. So that's where she used to get hers from. So she used to get a kick
From the Eric's Bakery, yes,
Yeah, her mother used to work there. So
But you have to leave the cake to rise to, Cecil?
yes, you must
You have to
rise.
leave it there for a
Yes,
while.
you put,
for it
in,
to see.
you put in baking powder. Remember, you have to put the baking powder
For it to
in.
rise.
Yeah, you put in a little baking powder in that, and I can make my cake. You know, pagadi mo lausa. And then now, you get later on in life, you get what you call that? You get stove. You get what you call that?
You get your
Gas stove.
Your gas stove.
You get your gas stove.
And you start
Electrical
baking.
stove wasn't in fashion yet.
Yeah.
You get your gas stove
And you're baking now.
and you baking, and you taking your cocoa, and you pushing your cocoa.
But you're baking cake, man,
I
Cecil.
tell you, pushing the cocoa in that, and you're trying to see if a piece of cake come on that cocoa for you to say, okay, ipawe,
It's ready.
it's ready.
Wow. Cecil, boy, you had good days, man.
Boy, if I had good days, my mom was a seamstress, and our dresses were always the last to make. Staying up for Christmas Eve night to finish. But people used to go to church like crazy.
But let me give you a joke. I have to take you back memory lane.
Yes.
But at the time getting ready for Christmas, my mother now has the pie cocoa mattress.
Me too, my mother has to have it.
So now, before Christmas come, you have to take it out from the bag
Oh yes, and put that in sun.
and put that in the sun.
You have to put it on a
to
cooker's
dry.
bag. You have to put it on a cooker's bag. And you have to unzip. Not unzip. No, it doesn't zip.
No, you take
have
out
to-
the
have to take
the
out
back twine.
The back twine. You have to take it out and pull that.
Pull that.
And open it.
Open it.
And you have to pull out
All
every...
the whole thing.
I try to remember if we used to wash that. No, you used to put it in the sun. So you put it
In
on
the
a cooker's
sun.
bag.
Yes.
I remember Miss Mary used to have a small kitchen. And there's a window facing Miss Mary kitchen.
That's right.
And we used to take that cooker's bag, put it on it, and then take the
Spread
fine,
it out.
take the fine cocoa, open it, and put that on there, and you have to weigh rain.
You have to watch the rain.
To weigh if rain coming, rain coming, you have to go and take that fast and put that in. And when the end of the day comes, get enough sun, you have to take it again now. And you have to put it inside. And your mother will come in and sew in that.
Yeah,
thing.
you have a zal and parasol.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's not a Zalin parasol. It was a thing looking like a Zalin parasol.
Yeah, it's a long thing, but
a long silver.
It's a needle.
A long silver needle with a hole.
With a hole.
And you're just putting it in.
Pricking it in.
And they're sewing it.
And they're sewing.
Yeah.
And they call it a piche matla.
A piche matla.
So you have a nice, that real nice, and your father looking forward to sleeping on that for the night with your mother.
Yes.
And if you have children, yes.
Yes. And so now, I'm saying, then ham and turkey come. No, not too many people that could afford ham or turkey.
Right. But that ham and turkey, I have to give you a joke about that. That ham and turkey put a friend of mine, in problem. Around Christmas time, when women come out from the country, sometimes they can be very ignorant and foolish. The boy went, Cecil, and he made a ham out of wood.
Mr. Madman.
He made about a 5-pound ham with wood. And he go by TD and he get the bag.
The crocker's bag. The brown, small crocker's bag.
And he gave that young lady that ham, boy. I did tell you, up to now she's still boiling the ham. Yeah, boy, I tell you, he made a ham. It really happened, you know.
No, I suspect it's you.
No,
I suspect it's you.
He's a good friend of mine.
So in those days, there was no turkey.
No turkey, ham.
There was no turkey. We know nothing called turkey. We know nothing called turkey. It's ham.
Where they had the ham?
A.C. Shillingford.
And TD.
Astafans, TD Shillingford. There was no Nassif.
No Nassif.
So it's Astafans, TD Shillingford. There was no what's his name?
There was no Brisbane.
Brisbane wasn't doing that. There was no Malcolm Stephen.
No.
There was no Curtis Tong.
No.
So is Astafans
Whitchurch. And Whitchurch.
Whitchurch.
Yeah.
Whitchurch. Sate Sheba Whitchurch.
But you know what they used to do, Cecil? The ham was not in the fridge, you know.
They used to hang it.
They used to hang the ham
Yeah.
from the roof.
Yes.
So you can see the ham.
Yeah.
So that was well salted,
Yes.
so it doesn't spoil.
And you remember Mary Karam?
Yes.
Mary Karam that's where most poor people used to go and buy their own. You remember where Mary Karam was?
Yeah.
Right. On Mary Karam was on
around by King George V Street.
King George V Street and Kennedy Avenue.
Yes.
That building is still there.
Still there, yeah.
So someone said ham has been in Dominicus as long as I can remember. We bought it in Virgin. We bought the Virgin ham from Mr. Andre, who had a shop on Bastille, Portsmouth.
Oh, that's in Portsmouth.
Bay Street, Portsmouth.
Right.
Yeah.
That's Portsmouth people talking. Yeah.
Ham, when I was growing up, was salty and had to be soaked for days.
Yes.
Phoenix, A.C. Shillingford.
Phoenix.
T.D. Shillingford. And what's that? Shad? Soul ham. Who's Shad? I can't remember.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't know who's Shad. But
that ham was salty.
But the ham was very salty. And it used to be in a little bag. Not in the fridge.
In a bag.
And you see that up. And you have to choose the ham.
5 pounds,
Yes.
8
choose your
pounds,
ham.
10 pounds ham.
Take your ham. And now you bring it at home though. Some persons will put that in the galta. Some persons in Roseau, you know.
Yeah.
To put it in the galta. It depends if they had an outside kitchen.
Right.
If they didn't, they immediately buying it on the day before Christmas.
That's correct.
So they now go and bake.
They're going to bake the ham.
People now have gas stove.
And the baking ham now.
And the baking ham. And they put in all kind of things and they pricking that with clove.
Yeah.
Clove on that all about the place.
All about the place.
And it just have a brown. I never eat ham, I can tell you that much.
Right, that was my favorite, man.
I never ate ham. But I saw my father, Philip Man. He says to love to do that, man. He said, Mr. Reginald, the man is my sister Joycelyn, they used to love ham. That's their thing. So 3 of them, myself, David and Derek, Marlene, my mother, nobody can imagine ham.
I ate ham, man. That was my favorite, man. And you know what I'm looking forward to? When the ham finished, for to make my soup with the bone.
Someone said, I forget how we forget that man. Gabriel Cash and Carry.
Yes, in it.
The rum shop, the rum
Angel store.
Oh, man, on Old Street, man. Gabriel, right next to this guy, right next to Gary Enterprises.
Okay, good. I know you're talking about.
You know, Gabriel Cash and Carry.
Cash and Carry.
All the poor persons used to go there. Person used to go there and purchase.
Yeah.
And so the ham, and you prepare that, and the day of Christmas,
you have a slice of
cut
ham.
that. You eating that for breakfast,
eggs,
lunch, and dinner. Philip man is to eat that. Breakfast, lunch, and supper, dinner. Tous les jours. Reginald, Philip man, Joycelyn. They eat that like as if it was going out of style.
Well, the ham come for Christmas, man. Once a year, you know, Cecil.
But I suspect Philip man is to get it by the bay, you know.
But let me give you another. You know some of the fellas down by the bay, when the boat come, the lighter come, or the geese boat come with ham, they are those kind of long pocket that touching the ground.
But no.
I'm telling you.
I tell you no. What do you know, sir?
Well,
my father work at the bay, you know. And my father had a long pocket.
Let me tell you how I know.
Papa not in your long pocket.
Let me tell you how I know.
No ham could go in that. I tell you what could go in that is corned beef, sardine.
I won't call his name.
You talking about Sandy?
No, I won't call his name, but he brought a ham for my father from his pocket, from that big pocket. He either went to collect it.
A black man?
Yeah, black short man.
From Pottersville?
from Bath Estate. A short man. He had a long pocket and he had that ham inside of it.
He was a defense forcer? You talking about Saxon? Can't be Saxon.
Boy, I tell you.
Saxon working on the port.
No. That fella there, he
Julian Budds? You talk about Julian Budds?
Yeah. But yeah, he bring ham for my father from the
Julian Budds. Yes. Julian Budds had his khaki pants too.
The khaki pants, man. Yes, long man, like as though you swear he's a parachute. He have on him.
Conga father.
Yeah, Conga father. He brought the ham and my father sent me downstairs to get it from him. And he pulled it out from his pocket. It was a 4-pound. 4-pound ham, man. I still remember that, man. Yeah, they used to broach cargo, man.
Philip, man, you're alive. You're alive. If you're hearing me, call me and confirm that for me.
Yeah, man, fellas bring their ham. They had their corned beef, you know, their corn and their ham.
I know corned beef, sardine, tout tin would go in their pocket.
Yeah, that one came out from his pocket.
And Philip man would say, "Mokat posa puse jimoa." I'm taking that for the jimos because we had the jimo.
Okay.
So every time he's caught, he said, "Bamo tichas, posa puse jimoa."
Christmas time, fellas broaching their cargo. Yeah. You seeing them coming out from the port and they heavy with corned beef, sardine, sausage for Christmas.
Yes.
The port fellas are very rich on that day.
Yes.
Because they're fully loaded, leaving the port with all kind of goods.
So Christmas Day, you're eating the best meal and you're good to go. You're eating the best meal and you're good to go. Now, before Christmas, we're taking things in strides. Before Christmas, Clefa, good night, Clefa Joseph, bonsoir, bozamimwe. Before Christmas, you also have Sewinal, people passing in the morning, and they singing their Christmas songs. And Christian or no Christian, 7 days or Catholic. Once the people pass by you, someone said Julian Bud was from River Street with his jeans, pants. I used to see Julian Bud with khaki pants. I know Julian Bud had khaki pants.
Yes.
And yes, he used to live in River Street. I'll tell you exactly where he used to live in River Street. You see where the car rental is?
That's right.
Inside there in a greenhouse.
In a greenhouse.
He used to live right there. Julian Bud used to live right.
I know him.
Julian Bud along with their fair Alvin Sierra. Alvin Sierra.
Right.
Used to live right there. I know that.
You know
like
that.
yesterday.
You have the history well covered.
Yes. The person said Shad Boise in Lago, man.
Boise in the
Boise
later
in Lago.
used to sell ham.
Yeah. Let's go to the telephone quickly. Good evening.
Yo.
Good evening.
Hello?
Yes,
Hello.
good evening.
You know, I mean, I'm never a big meat man, but I hear you guys talking about the meats at Christmas. You know, my most favorite memory of Dominica was Christmas time in the countryside when they used to parfumate the pig over the banana leaf and the kinds of things. And, you know what I mean? To me, like, that was my most favorable Christmas time in Dominica. That is what I remember the most.
So in Newtown, you was not eating ham and so?
No, that's a different thing. You're talking about you have ham in a oven. That's not that, man.
Okay.
You're crazy. That countryside is that parfumate thing hanging and turning, like, you know what I mean? And the thing, and that going on there for a whole night and a day. And
Boy, more than a night and a day.
Boy,
that was there for a while.
Yeah, man. It's like the whole village, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, man, just passing on court, you know?
Yes.
And I never taste nothing nicer than that.
Wow.
And I'm not a flesh man for that, but I was just checking.
No, in those days you sweet flesh, my brother. In those days.
But I was never. Yeah, but I never a big flesh man for that.
But that day you made an exception.
What I'm saying is, that time there, I remember the most about Christmas is that parfumé meat and that thing, and all kind of leaf on that and.
Yes.
But you mad. No ham in rose okay and taste like that.
I know that. You're making some people mouth water, boy, Lloydie boy. Zed, you're making people mouth water.
Memories. That is good time I remember, man.
Yes.
Christmas. Good vibes. I'm enjoying, man. I'm listening.
Yeah. We don't go yet in the country now. We'll go into the country. Talking about Roseau a little bit. Yeah. We're talking about Roseau a little bit. No. Shad was a shop by where Frontline was.
Yeah.
I do not know that one. I never met that shop.
I met that shop.
I never met that shop, so that's why I never knew of it, you know. That must have been before my time. The person said where Frontline is.
Right.
You know, where I think now it's an insurance company, right there.
Right.
So I never knew of that. I know Boy Z.
And Cecil, going along with that, you must have your wabiu, you know.
What are you talking about now?
You must have your jerrycan of rum.
So we're talking about the Sewinal.
Yes.
So you have people that start in Upper Fields Lane and they coming down and they shut in from what time to 6 o'clock. And when they reach by you, I said you could be 7 days. You could be Adventist.
Right.
You could be Pentecostal. You could be Jehovah's Witness. You have to have your rum.
You must have your rum.
And they used to have that in a kind of a buko, in a galta.
No. You have that. Some people have it in a bottle, a big bottle, and they have that wrapper rum.
Some used to have it in a big bottle,
right?
And they used to put a silver thing in it, and to wrap it around.
So the
rum doesn't fall over.
Fall over.
But some we used to have it in a brown. I'm trying to remember the name, man. It's just say cool and nice. They put water
nice.
in.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember the name. But the point is, when these people come and sing,
you must give them rum.
My brother, you have to give them rum, a little piece of ham, if your ham was done early, or a little bit of meat. You have to give them something.
Something to eat.
You have to give them something.
That's right.
Like a cake, something. And let me tell you, the Sewinal wasn't easy. And you can know whether a man drunk or he's not. Because the way man used to sing, my brother, away you know that man drunk?
He's drunk. But he must be drunk for him to be singing all through. Mm-hmm. But you know who was the guy who played? Mm-hmm. In Pottersville, he was the master man, Canty, with that saxophone. Christmas time, he brings that out with some fellas from Gota area there, and they're playing that thing, man. At every home they stop, you ought to give them rum, cake, whatever you have, for them to continue. But by the time they reach by you, as you said, Cecil, a lot of them, they boule already.
They boule.
But that was the fun of it.
Yeah. And you know, what was also nice about the Christmas is, every pig had its Saturday. Every pig had its Saturday. And you seen the day before Christmas, man killing 2 days before Christmas, the night of the 23rd.
Yeah.
Man killing pig, man killing cow. Not much goat and
no, pig and cow.
And cow, and killing that. And you've seen how many fellas killing one pig, how many fellas killing one cow, and everybody have to get a little piece, you know.
Yeah, everybody get a piece.
And In the morning of the 24th, pigs start to sell.
That's right.
Pigs start to sell.
An exchange.
Or an exchange.
You know, for instance, in my area, everybody who had an animal, at least you get a pound of meat.
Yes.
For free.
And fowl used to be a popular one too. Used to kill
fowl.
Fowls. Yeah, fowls. Used to kill fowls. You know, that was really
And
good.
then on the 23rd, now you're going to hear pig bawling.
Yes, on the
You must hear it. I'm not hearing them again.
Pigs starting to bawl. No, you're not hearing no pig bawling.
no pig bawling. Whack! You hearing that by the neighbor. Whack! Another one gone. Whack! Another one gone.
Let me tell you, it's wick, you know.
Gone.
And that knife down in the throat.
Right.
That butcherman down in the throat.
And some fellas had a very barbarous way of killing them too, eh? With the
Hot
butu.
water?
No, with the
With the
butu.
butu, hitting them on the head.
Yeah.
Hitting
The
them on the
butu.
head. Yeah, make
Some
them
people
bleeding.
shot,
Yeah.
take their gun and shoot.
Yeah. Some persons they would tie their legs
They tie their legs.
and they would put the knife in the
fruit,
In the
yeah.
fruit. You know.
And black pudding going to make too.
Oh, let me tell you, my brother, black pudding has been made right there and there. You see in the hot water, the freestone, my brother, black pudding making that,
All night.
all night, black pudding. Next morning, man eating black pudding. Not me, eh? I'm not a swine man.
Yeah, I had
I'm
black
a blood
pudding.
man. Good evening.
Good evening to Mr. Brennan and Mr. Cecil.
Yes.
Fireman touching base.
Good evening, my
world.
River Nika.
Yes.
But hear that now. You know, my lady, a lady called Margaretty, that's my family.
Yes, I know
My-
Margaret
I know
well, from
Margaretty,
Pottersville.
From Pottersville, yeah.
Boy, I tell you, I run Ben Pig, I used to meet there. I run Ben Pig, that time pig was selling like hot bread, but I don't know what happened now. Looking like, right now, I don't know. They say pig was unclean, but pig never unclean. I know the Bible has a problem with the people has a problem.
so you
But
think
right
pig
now,
now?
I don't know pig.
You eating pig?
Huh?
You eating pig?
Me? But one thing I think I have a little eyes is fishery eventually, but nothing about it, a little eventually.
Okay.
Trust me. A little while now.
So
No
you had-
years
you-
now. I don't have a problem with that.
So you used to chase pig. You used to chase pig.
Boy, I can used to run down pig in Betong, boy, you crazy, man, get a whole heap of pig. My grandmother said we still love a man, they call him Bonnie too. He used to have a lot of pigs too, man. A little boy, I can never forget them times, man. But right now, I don't know, it looking like Jesus come back stronger, so people are eating more pig now. But anyhow, up and running, fireman running, bless up, I'm listening.
Thank you. Yeah. So I was trying to get the name. It is a decanter. The decanter. So they put the rum in the decanter.
Right.
That's
Yes,
what they say.
right.
Yeah,
That's
it's
right.
rum
The
in the
decanter.
decanter.
Yes, the decanter.
So when
That's
people
it.
come, over the window, you just pouring the rum in the glass,
Right.
and giving them the rum to drink.
That's right.
You know, it's the decanter.
Decanter. Yeah, I must remember that name.
No. Also, too, I want us to remember window shopping. We're taking it by phases.
Window shopping, yes.
Window shopping. You know, family members. My father, Philip Man, my mother, and all the children who living in Fields Lane. So we going down west. We're going down west, and we used to find ourselves going by Bata.
That's right, boy.
We must go by Bata. Bata have
You
all
must-
kind of
all
shoes.
kind of shoes. That was a favorite stopover.
Where Jupini is right now today.
Right now, right.
That is where the building has never changed.
Never changed.
Same thing. So we go by Bata. You've been all about Bata. There used to be the man shop where you see where close to where adjacent to Malaway shop.
Yes.
So the man shop used to be there.
Man shop, yeah.
So you're passing there and you're watching all kind of clothes. Then you had Nasif. They had two Nasif buildings. Now I'm seeing they're doing
the repairing one.
repairing one, and the other one,
On the-
J.E. Nasif.
J. Nasif.
Today it's called Fresh Market.
Fresh Market, yeah.
Right. So you're doing your little window shopping there. And then you go on Kennedy Avenue. So after you come out by the bay, you're going to cross to Kennedy Avenue.
Yeah.
When you reach by Kennedy Avenue, there used to be Hazel Astafans selling ice cream
Ice cream, yeah.
and popcorn. Right now, what is there? This insurance companies right there now.
Right there.
And so you buy in your mother and father buying your popcorn
And your vanilla
and your
cream.
ice cream. Right across the corner, if you don't eat ice cream and popcorn, Pee-wee popsicle there.
Right.
You get
Popsicle.
Pee-wee popsicle. Let's go to the telephone. Let me have the person has to say, good evening. Sorry about that. You have to call me back. Pee-wee popsicle.
That's right.
But it's window shopping with window shopping. Let's go back to the telephone. Good evening to you, caller. You're live. Good evening.
Hello?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Cecil, you miss Red Store. Red
No, I was
Store,
going to
where
tell
it's,
him.
all the toys, your all children used to be excited. Going window shopping was a main thing for children,
Yes.
family. Well, mem Lakou. We in the Lakou, Newton, all the mothers would come one Sunday night and we taking all the children and we going down Rosa. You don't have no money, you're like a penny in your piggy bank collecting, but you watching everything. But I have to buy that. I have to buy that. I have to buy that. You don't have no money, you know. You're waiting for when your power come and your nene come, they give you a little
Oh,
$5
yes, those days
and
Power
they
used to
give
give
them.
money.
Yeah, nene.
Power and nene.
And
More
you
nene.
collecting
Yes.
that.
Power and nene. Okay.
Nene have to give you, of course,
Let's
they have
help,
to give you a little thing.
let's help the young people to know what you're talking about. Power and nene was
Nene,
godmother
yeah.
and godfather.
Yeah, they stand for you
when
during
they
the
give you,
baptizing.
you have
you.
to collect that. And all your little pennies you getting, you even taking penny on the ground, you shining it, taking out all the thing and putting that in your piggy bank. This trend don't know nothing like that today.
No.
Red Store.
Red Star was where on
No, where the fella have the ruins by the old market.
that was massive.
No, that big wooden
Oh,
building.
at the back of Dupini.
Yes, right there.
Yes,
Right,
at
yes.
the back of
Where Dupini is?
and
No, where
between
Dupini is?
Nassif and Dupini.
Where
Yes,
Dupini is now.
Right. Where this fella has I think
Buttons.
Buttons, right. That big wooden building.
Yes.
Right
Right
there.
there. Right there.
That was
Red
one
Store.
of the main
Red
stores.
Store, main
people
store.
used to go and window shopping.
I never remember that store name.
Red Store, man.
But listen, I do not know where these people used to get their Christmas things from.
Oh boy. And
And they used to fool people through an eyes, you know.
boy, gone.
Oh, let me
That
tell
was
you.
my cock
Capsule.
gun. Cock gun. Plastic.
Water gun.
Water gun.
Dolls.
Dolls.
Dolls to
And
walk.
capsule.
Dolls to talk.
Devil on the sidewalk.
Yes.
Starlight.
Yes.
Starlight.
Capsule. Oh, devil on the sidewalk.
Aye.
Something is to take and right and they do it pack on the sidewalk.
Yes. Devil on the sidewalk.
And my bomb.
Boy,
The
guys.
bomb, you forget the bomb? The one in the
Yes,
cooker's
it's my
bag.
bomb.
You hitting
Yes,
it against the wall. Red Store, boy.
Those were the days. Those
Yes.
were the days.
I like you know I forget devil on the sidewalk.
Boy, that
You
used to make
forget
fellas
that.
run, man.
What?
And that
Devil on the sidewalk
you
with a
swear that
pickup.
and you swear that chasing you know.
Yeah.
When you send that on the street,
Yeah, it's
that
running.
and that running behind you.
Running
That
behind
one you used to write it like writing it on the wall on
Yeah,
the sidewalk,
yes.
writing it and making the noise.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yes. True.
Starlight, you have to make sure you buy your little starlight, boy.
What about my rockets?
But and see what I kill that boy. See what I kill that boy.
You have your rocket.
Starlight
Yes.
was-
You put sand in
Sand
a
in it,
bottle,
yes.
and you send
then
it
set it
up.
up. Pop.
Or your blue light.
The
blue light.
The blue light. The blue light is dangerous.
Starlight was the cheaper one. You must
Yeah.
buy like your little starlight.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes. Thanks.
those
Yeah.
were the days.
Yes,
Cecil,
man.
coming back.
Yes.
I wish they would come back.
No, that cannot come back.
Cecil, you ever had a blue light?
Yeah. Boy, that's a.
You ever had your blue light, boss?
Hold on. Sorry about that caller. You have to call me back. Blue light.
You ever had your box of blue light?
I couldn't afford the box of blue light. That was something like $5.
$5
For
for
10 of them.
10 of them, boy.
And I telling you, when you see fellas that their money, they're wicked. They so like that, and they put that in your shit, my brother.
Boy, that can kill you.
Boy,
Boy.
that joking, man. Good evening. Good evening.
Yes, Cecil.
Yes, good evening.
Yes, Cecil. C.G.
Yes.
Philip was one of the main stores.
Who?
Yeah, C.G. Philip, yeah.
CG.
C.G. Philip,
Oh, short
where
man.
you have Royal Banquet.
Royal
Yes.
C.G. Philip.
Well, I didn't meet that place.
I met it.
C.G. Philip
Go
for
ahead.
toys, balloons, and everything. Yes.
Thanks for that.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
People forget that, yes, CG Philip.
C.G. Philip.
Yeah,
Oh.
where the Royal Bank is.
Where
I
the
heard,
Royal
I heard
Bank
of
is.
that place there.
No, I saw the
Yeah,
guy.
I did not see
He's a
CG
short
Philip.
guy,
Yeah.
very short guy
Yeah.
with nice curly hair.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't
Yeah,
see
I
that
saw
place,
him.
you know.
And don't forget that fella, Kazimi.
Oh yes, on Cock Street.
Yeah, Kazo.
Because you sell his
the
cards, he used to sell
toys.
cards. No, he used to sell more cards.
He used to sell cards.
Yeah.
He used to
And little
sell
toys.
comics.
Yeah, comic books.
He used to
Yeah.
sell commandos.
Yeah.
He used to sell books. Yeah, CB, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
With Bing Kazimi used to work
Yes.
there.
Yes. Yeah, CBs used to have. Most persons used to go by CBs and that Christian place.
Yes, the Christian musical, Christian Center.
CLC bookstore.
Yeah.
We used to go there and
With
get
Sister Connie.
Sister Connie. That's where used to buy our cards. Good evening to you, caller.
Good evening. And you mustn't forget Frank Barron used to have all the popcorn you have to line up.
yes.
It's like
They were on
there
Old
in
Street.
Misery waiting for your little popcorn.
That one was
And
on
your
Old Street.
grape.
That was on Old Street, right? It was on the side of Old Street.
Right. In the same place where the Chronicle is there now.
Yes,
Right,
correct.
you're correct.
And then we had another little store that I used to have little things selling.
Mm-hmm.
You just go inside there. Jupini used to sell too. Jupini used to sell too, you know.
Yes.
But Jupini used to sell at the back of Green Parrot, that place that they used to call it the hardware. But inside
where Archipelago is. Where Archipelago is.
Well,
By the Royal Bank.
By the Royal Bank. But let me
Yes.
tell you, not where the original Jupini used to sell the material.
No. We know. You're talking about the Bayfront. The Bayfront where Green Parrot was. At the back of Green Parrot.
And
Right.
at the back,
At the back of
Parrot.
it. Right.
Yeah, boy. Cecil, sometimes I just say, I wish those days would come again, but they just cannot come.
Yeah.
Yes.
And don't
Talk
forget,
about that ham and that cake, Cecil.
Yes.
My auntie never know she making cake until Christmas Eve to make sure I say, I have everything, brown sugar and that butter. You ever know butter washing? You have to wash the butter. Then put the brown sugar and Cecil like there with a pallet and a bomb, and more the sugar make noise in the bomb.
More little you
I
say.
have to be
More
there.
you still.
Boy, let me tell you something. And at the end of the exercise, my uncle gave me 50 cents. I'm so happy. I get 50 cents. I go down and buy 10 little dolls, baby dolls, that full in an envelope for my 50 cents. Let me tell you. And children used to be satisfied with whatever they got. Who was the bourgeoisie to buy the big toys? Fine. But the Malay used to satisfied with what they got.
Yeah, that's correct.
Men was a nice Christmas breakfast, your piece of mastiff. Now a child wants a whole mastiff. A piece of mastiff, and that satisfying you with your little liver and your sorrel and your ginger beer and your show dough and your cake. And so that day, Christmas Day, was a day to just eat and celebrate. Now we have so much to eat and celebrate that those days even pass and we don't even eat that day. You understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
And your little, I follow in the program for the longest time, but I just couldn't call. And the little envelope coming. When the postman come with the envelope and you see your name on that,
Oh, you happy?
you jump. They want
you
the boy
happy?
to see that in your bosom. And you jumping until you go in a secret place and you open that. Then you see in your auntie send a pound or 2 pounds for you. And boy, you in heaven.
Boy.
I
know
Can
that.
give- You can give a child 2 pounds value and they in heaven. They tell me if it's that way.
That is it.
Even if you give them $100,
$100, they tell you
is
that.
that
now.
giving me now?
Right.
You know,
Boy.
but we want to be contented in whatsoever state we will.
Yes.
And we
Thank you.
appreciate what we get.
Yes, thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But Cecil, you're forgetting another fella, Ayub Dib.
Oh, yes, Mr. Deeb.
Mr. Dib with that
Yes.
big stomach,
Let
man.
me tell you, Deeb, short.
Short, and that man,
He was a Syrian.
Syrian man.
Dib-
Boy, Dib.
Deeb was living where old Lotto office was
Lotto
at the back.
office, yeah.
No, Connie Astafans and them are
Have
living
people
there.
have- yeah,
Yeah.
Deep,
Deep
man.
big stomach.
man.
And Deeb have his glasses and his hair.
Yeah, man.
Big
Silverish,
Deeb.
man.
And Deeb used to have his place on Old Street.
Old Street, too.
Yes, on
Deeb.
Old Street.
You go there for your
And
cloth,
You go there for your
man.
cloth. All type, to especially make mattress at
You
Christmas
make your
time.
mattress. That would be my
But-
mother would go.
but-
I'm going by Mr. Deep to get my cloth for my
Yes,
mattress.
To make mattress. That's where you used to go, by Mr.
Right,
Deeb.
by Mr. Deeb.
Yeah,
for
short
your
Deeb.
mattress. Short Deeb,
And-
man.
and-
I'm
and-
waiting for
and when
you.
you come by Mr. Deeb, you have that kind of language, man. And when you see speaking soft.
You're picking soft, man.
Soft.
What did you come for?
What did you come for? How much yards of cloth do I have to get
and
for
yeah,
you?
he have
And you have a big white
Yeah.
what do you call that?
Yeah, tape
Tape line. And tell you, he says 3 yards. 3 yards. And
He's stretchy Barry boy. Stretchy.
and he have his big scissors.
Scissors.
But I see all now, so I see Mr. D. All now, so. Good evening to you, caller.
It was an Arab.
Oh, it's an Arab. Arab. All right. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
When his pants boy, what are, 3 of us can go in Mr. Pants boy.
Deep stomach is first Arab I say like that.
Right.
His stomach falling down on his knee.
And you know the men now what they had the bottle on the side. Not belt, you know, Cecil. They have 2 bottles on the side hooking your pants for it not to fall down. Yeah, you pull it like a strap on the side. Dib had that.
Yeah.
Boy.
Dib used to have a kind of not polyester, no, boy. Cloth. It was cloth pants.
Yeah.
I seen it grey.
Yeah, the grey.
Yeah, grey.
The grey.
Yeah.
That's right.
And Dib have his white shirt and his stomach falling, man.
Boy, falling, man. Oh, boy, look at Dib.
And when you come by, you can't touch nothing, you know. Good evening. Good evening. What's that? Dib was a goalkeeper?
No, for Shamrock.
Are you serious? Yeah. Well, plenty goals gone Dib then.
But you don't talk in there.
Popo.
All
right, thanks. Well, the Popo tell me Dib was a goalkeeper.
He was a goalkeeper. Well, he get...
No. So as we're going along, as I say that we are doing window shopping.
Yeah.
Now, where Cots is now, they used to have what store that was there, boy? But there was a store, a restaurant, not even a store, a restaurant. A restaurant was there. I think was it Raffle? There was a restaurant.
There was a restaurant there,
and you know, so you're coming out. So we cannot afford to buy that food, that restaurant food. So we just go by Coney Astafans, or we go and buy
Miss Verge?
by Peewee.
Okay.
Peewee popsicle. Get your little popsicle.
Your milk pop.
Well, we couldn't buy milk pop. Milk pop was 25 cents, and my father and mother 10 cents for popsicle. So you can't go and buy milk pop. They would buy milk pop for themselves. You check, and the milk pop is to have a brown thing.
With like a chocolate.
The chocolate.
Yeah,
you know?
man.
So that's for them. Children have to eat popsicle. Okay. You check, and so if you get popcorn, you cannot get popsicle. So sometimes we have to tell ourselves, boy, what do we really want? You know. And most times I want my popsicle.
Okay.
I also like my popsicle.
Right.
I don't popcorn.
Which one you wanted? The milk one or the
the
red one?
They used to have green, they used to have red, they used to have
blue,
lilac, not blue, lilac. Good evening to you, caller. Good evening, caller.
Good evening, caller.
Good evening to you, caller. Good evening. Good evening.
Miss Ada, good evening.
What's that?
I said, Mr. Bill Ada.
I'm not hearing nothing.
Yeah, speak up. We're not hearing you.
It's the brains. I said, good evening.
My friend.
That's Tony, man. Stop that, man, Tony, man.
That's my brother.
What you hiding so long?
You try to disguise your voice,
man.
You try to disguise your voice.
Tony, mate, stop that, man. Come on, man. Come out.
Tony.
Come out, man.
Tony, you're troublesome, man. What's that? I'm not hearing you at all.
We're not hearing you at all. You're far.
I said Son has problem. The Rizzo has a lot of problems.
Oh.
Okay.
But I know Tony used to live Kings Lane. So Peewee would be your...
me better?
Peewee would be
yeah, we hear you better now.
Peewee would be your popular place.
Well, you see, Christmas before is plenty. What we had joy and fun.
Yes.
The roadside selling, Cecil. These are where you used to get bandits, cop guns, all kinds of things. At that time, it was federal maple and federal palm that was building in the field. These people were going in Barbados, these people like McClaris and these people that was going in Barbados and get the thing. And they bring Dominican, and then the vendors, the smaller vendors who buy people. Stefan, are you hearing me?
Yes, yes. Go on.
It's like a kind of beautiful bowls, aluminum bowls, and cups sell. I myself, I used to sell behind of Mary Karam. That is where my spot was. Trade. My irony, all of us. As he said in Francis, we running by what is the man that we can be on the other side. And by sandwiches. What's his name again now?
You talking about Jaws?
No. In the middle of Roseau, by the Jaws is all the people inside there. What was the man that used to be making sandwiches and all kind of things?
His name starts with M, His name starts with M. Carmichael?
No. I cannot remember his name. Anyhow, we used to go by Sinzi. At that time, it was his mother or his aunt that was there. That lady had a lot of things. We used to go and buy things there too.
That's right. Yes, that's true. Yes.
We used to go there and buy things.
Oh, I forget that, Tony. Tony, I forget that,
Sims,
I forget Sims.
The black woman.
Yes.
And it was close to you.
Yes.
We used to go by. We used to go by.
You break up, Tony.
You break up. Maybe.
I'm breaking up. You hear me now?
Yeah, much better. Yeah.
Right. We used to go up further to go up the.
Someone told me, Tony, you're talking about Mondesi.
Mr. Mondesi.
I tell you, his name started with M. He just couldn't.
Mr. Mondesi. That man should take all our money as we sell our money. We go and buy extra. When we finish sell, we running back up as staff and we buying some bowls. Any of the country people make us sell a lot. When you see the people from the country come and sell and you see they passing rules for them to buy all their nice cups, go buy nasty aluminum cups, all kind of flower cups, and keep the table and sell that for nothing money. Those were the days, Cecil. That was called Christmas. Nakashi, right down by the river, that red skin lady there, in the end of the river there. And it was right so that lady used to get a lot of things from Barbados. That lady used to have things. Andy Cattle, his mother,
yes, Andy Cattle, yes, his adopted mother.
Right, she from Barbados. That lady used to send things. Now you know something so, right? That lady used to, it was. They were making poor people live at that time. When you see this said, when you see the Christmas past, we had a lot of things, people doing a lot of things. Now it is different. Everybody is not going to things, but Christmas before.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tony.
Very good Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Tony. I'm happy that my brother called Tony.
Yeah.
He gave us quite a lot of information.
Right.
So we were talking about this window shopping. So you would have gone to so many different places at night.
Right.
Just to see, as a caller said earlier on, just to tell yourself an imagination. Oh, I have to buy that.
Right.
I have to buy that. And you had all of us saying that to us children. That's mine.
That's mine. That's mine.
That is mine.
And your brother ready to fight with you,
I'm telling you.
If you see that, that's my car.
That's mine.
That's
that is mine.
You don't have no money,
you have no money, but
you already buy it.
I'm telling you.
Your brother Vex.
So you come in all of Rosie. Good evening to you, caller.
Yeah.
Rosie Sims.
Of course, Rosie Sims.
Right, Sims, Rosie.
Yes.
On the next stupid video.
Lower down your volume of your radio, please. Lower down the volume of your radio. Lower down the volume of your radio.
Rosie.
Yeah. Next, it was Miss Johnson by the Jupiter.
You have to call me back, caller, because that really irritating my ears. You have to, when you call and you get DBS, please lower down the volume of your radio. It's really irritating. It's creating a serious feedback.
So he told us.
Yeah, Rosie Sims. Yeah. How did I forget my Sims?
That tall.
Yes.
Dark woman.
I mean, she used to have her window. A
yeah.
very large one.
Yeah.
And I think maybe if memory serves me right, the wire still there.
The wire still there.
We used to have a wire.
It's still there.
It is still there?
Yeah.
Well, that wire is over 50 years old.
That wire is still there.
If that wire is still there.
That wire is still there. By Rosie Sims.
Is it still green?
But I don't know the color, but the wire there.
I want to go and see that.
Still there, still in its place. Definitely. I passed there today.
Look, someone said to me, Ma George used to bring back tablecloth, toys, and good stuff from Barbados.
You know
to
Ma
sell.
George?
That's Andy Carter, adopted mother. Who's Ma George?
There was another Ma George. Pips and their mother.
Who's Pips?
Just around by the Digicel there.
Oh, okay.
In a upstairs and downstairs house there. The lady used to be bringing things to sell as well. Her son used to play basketball. The Georges. One of the brother, I know him as Pips, insurance guy.
Okay. Let's see if we can take that call quickly. Good evening.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Sorry, I don't want to know the worst in this call.
No, I don't know this cause. Honestly, I do not know this cause. I wasn't watching the game today.
You were watching the game today. Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that. So yes. So we did quite
But
a
he
lot
also, the other caller told us about Matt Johnson as well in the same area.
Yeah, Matt Johnson was living Upper Lane.
That's right.
Upper Lane and King George, 5th Street. That's where the Johnsons used to be living. There used to, before that big house is there, that big 3-story building, they used to put the grapefruits. They used to have the estates and the grapefruits in that area.
That's right.
That's where I raised, so I know. Good evening. Sorry about that. So yeah, Matt Johnson used to be living in that area right there.
Right there.
So let's go back to the telephone. Good evening. Good evening, caller.
Sorry. I was calling to for about Miss Johnson and what about Mr. Pinard next to Jay Nassi? That you have all these fridges and them things.
Pinard next to Nassi.
Yeah, next to Jay Nassi. Before Fresh Market there. The Pinard used to run there. They used to have fridges.
Is Pinard or Juhus? Is it Pinard or Juhus?
Huh?
Is it Pinard or Juhus?
Pinard was before Zero.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Pinard. Yeah, we to run that place before the GOCs.
Okay, someone said yes, Pinard was there before the GOCs.
Okay.
So I didn't know that. I only know the GOCs there.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yes, man.
Yeah.
Yes. The Pinards were there. Yes.
That's a guy that's telling
The Coden.
Coden.
Yeah.
Yes, I think
Right
it's
on.
Coden and them. That's that.
Yeah,
They used to be there.
yeah.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
That's the right caller.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
And then where Miss Johnson was there was that fella buying bay leaf and them things there. Where Malawi was there, buying that thing you put in Kako.
Where Malawi was?
Malawi, where he doing the repairs of the radio.
And you
like
need to
Q95.
trouble him and did you come here to die? I come here to die.
Yeah. In that little area there where you have the little.
That guy that talking to you there, man, Owen.
Okay.
Oh, what's up, man?
Yeah, they're good. Yeah, so all I was doing, my dad used to bring thing, man. Vanilla.
Yes. From Guadeloupe.
That used to bring vanilla to sell. We are Malawi to see the things there. All 10 days, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thank you. Yeah. All right.
But you know, Cecil talking about
just
that.
hold on the
go ahead.
line. Oh, sorry about that. Yes, go ahead.
In the area, they still had it, but they no longer do it. I don't think so. Where they used to cut the glass when you want to frame picture.
Oh, yes, on the same place by Malawi there.
Yeah.
I never know that street name, that liquor street.
Liquor street there.
It's for persons who wondering where we're talking about.
Right.
Jupini actually was the ones doing that.
Right.
Jupini were the ones cutting up that glass.
Glass inside.
You could just go there. I think Jupini now does it at Jupini where they are.
Right.
Good evening.
Talking about Benji. Benji was vanilla.
You get feedback.
I don't like the feedback. You have to call back and tell me more about Mr. Benji, you know. So good evening. Good evening, caller. Caller, listen to us, please, not the radio. Once you get DBS, just listen to us. Go ahead.
I am Cecil.
Yes, go ahead.
Johnson he's talking about.
Who?
Sylvia Johnson.
Sylvia Johnson.
So on one side, that store there and Malay Way. You're right, I never know the name of that street. It's a short street, you know. That's a lane, right? It's a lane, actually. I don't think anyway, I'll think about it, but
Yes.
it's still breakfast. I think that
Someone just said to me the name is John's Lane.
John's Lane.
John's
John's
Lane,
Lane.
right.
That's
Oh,
right.
you're
That's right. John's Lane.
Malay Way was at the end.
That's John's Lane.
I'm
Yeah.
listening.
All right, thank you.
The Garys
and the man shop was on the end. Good evening.
The Garys have a place there.
Good evening.
Benjamin was the man name, man. You know, Mr. Cecil?
Yeah, Benjamin was the man name.
Yeah, and Silver Johnson on the other side selling dresses and them things.
Right.
And Monday he was on the other side between 295. Yeah, downstairs they're selling his juice before you go on the other side.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
Good
All
history.
Right. Thanks, man.
He used to buy cocoa, and he used to buy vanilla to send up to England, and nutmeg too. Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Well, very interesting, you know. You know, I never knew the name of that street there.
Yeah, it's
John's Lane, man.
John's
in fact,
Lane.
the Gary boy has a lumber area there. In fact, I think they said it used to be a prison at one time. That area there.
Someone said that yes, indeed, popular spot to purchase wedding gifts. What was that? Sylvia Johnson?
Yeah, Sylvia Johnson.
Sylvia Johnson. I'm too pretty to die. That's what she said. I'm too pretty to die. I'm too pretty to die. Sylvia Johnson, correct. That's where people should buy anything for their wedding. Good evening.
Hello, good evening. Has anybody spoken about Astafans having a business right opposite to Sylvia Johnson?
Yes.
Astafans. On King George Street?
That's where he had his first
No. Right opposite to Sylvia Johnson, where they have that big new building now.
You're talking about on Long Lane? On Long Lane?
Opposite to Sylvia Johnson, where they build a big new building opposite to Burton and Burton and
Well, I'm telling you, that lady's called Long Lane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's right next to, because Astafans used to be there before, where that building is there. And then Hiram eventually had his business there. Hiram Atidor used to have his business. He used to have his workshop there. So Astafans used to be right there before in the early days, very early days.
It had a big business there, big business.
Yes.
In those days.
Yes. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. So Christmas was a real fun
occasion. Yeah.
You know, that is.
And how you know Christmas was coming as well? Fellas know, go and get their bamboo.
Oh, yeah. And salt.
And your salt.
Right.
And you start to burst cannons.
Yeah.
So you have that, you have your kerosene.
You blow that.
And you blow in that.
And you have to have the bullseye.
And your bullseye.
Your bullseye, kerosene, salt.
And salt.
And you're putting that sometimes. What is so happening there? Guys, especially by the river bank. So guys on the Potter's Hill side, bursting their own, and the guys on the River Street side, where Vado and them used to be living, bursting their own. Yeah. And you hear boom, boom.
You know Christmas coming.
Boom. So you know.
Christmas coming.
C'est Tanuel.
You
know it's Christmas time.
Coming, yeah.
You know. And you're not seeing, you're hearing it sometimes.
I heard some fellas down in Gotha.
Yeah, sometimes.
Bursting out. No, and then. Yeah. Do they burst anything by you now, Cecil?
No. You don't find people in that area.
I heard some fellas in Tarish and Gotha bursting their cannons.
Yes. So now, during the window shopping, Astafans used to have some mannequin. You remember?
Yeah.
And Astafans used to put some kind of clothes on the mannequin. And the mannequin had all kinds of style. I mean, their hair do. I mean, now we're seeing human hair, we're seeing sympathetic hair, all kind of hair. Astafans used to have that long time on the mannequin.
Yeah, they had it. They brought the first ones to bring that mannequin
both
into there.
Man and woman.
Yeah, they brought it in.
You know?
And some people even used to talk to them believing they were human beings.
Boy, sir. Real business, you know.
It's real business because you're not accustomed with that thing. And the way it's dressed, you think it's a human being and you're speaking to it. It doesn't answer you anyhow.
Yes, I'm telling you. And then you had So Asafanto has been our last spot. So you start from the bay and you're coming up to do your window shopping. Good evening.
Hello, me again.
Yes.
Guy, Owen. Let me tell you, we used to have a song in Eglis and Giodel. Yakaibe leve, leve, leve. Yakaibe leve, anuku we say we dal. Say we la 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 zenda song, say we la 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 gentifi, say we. And they used to send stone on houses to wake you up 1 month before Christmas.
Wow.
1 month before Christmas, my brother.
Stone on
and
your
all
heart.
2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning. And you have to give them coffee and ginger tea. Whole month we running Christmas in Edmonton, Geodale. Yeah. And anybody can come, that my age group can tell you. Yeah, they used to come and when you sleeping, they take in little stone and sun in the galvanizer, so you have to wake up.
Wow. Very interesting.
You get me, bro?
Yes.
Edmonton, Geodale. 1 month before Christmas, we running Sewi now.
Wow.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Goodbye, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you
That's all,
imagine?
guy. That's up in there, guy.
All right.
1 month before.
You know another thing that and I'm sure many people forget. Commonwealth Development Corporation. You know who's that?
CDC.
CDC. What they used to do? But on shopping day, because a CDC taking their light every time. Roses used to be darkness, you know.
Wow.
Well, I can't believe you forget that. CDC, the Commonwealth Development Corporation.
Takes their light on. But the fella's madman.
These people used to take their light. I tell you, real business, you know. They take their light. And that was fun. That was real fun. The street lights I'm talking about here, the street lights. Street lights. I don't know how they used to do it, but they used to do it.
Put it off.
It was a way to run away the ordinary vendors by the roadside. Because in those days, let me tell you, vendors by the roadside, like
Giving them blows.
TTV.
And giving the big people
Because
blows.
what the vendors and them used to do, they used to go and buy in bulk, by the big people, buy a little car, buy the lollipop, buy the chiclet,
The peanuts.
buy the not peanuts. Don't worry about peanuts. The starlight.
Yes, I remember. The bandits.
The gun, the bandits, the water gun. In the vendors and used to buy that, you know.
Yes. Cecil, right.
In the vendors and used to buy that.
And blows on people.
And blows. I tell you,
so them big merchants must be paying them like CDC, man.
You have to be paying CDC. Look, Vado laughing at. Look, Vado laughing at. Vado, remember that?
You have to boil it.
Yes.
So when you survey the place, all the tables, and Tony and them, all of them ready survey their tables. So when the lights gone, but to go and watch it. But at that time, Tony and his lap
So that is why a lot of them used to carry the lamp.
They carry the lamp. The fellas go and read them then.
Yes, they carry the lamp.
Voltage in their
Yes. Because what they used to do, Vado, what they used to do is they used to put the money underneath
under
the
the
tray.
fix, so you have to voltage the
So
tray.
remember they put in the money.
Be under the carpet.
under the tap.
Yes,
in the tray. So young boys know that voltage in every
But there's
tray.
voltage in that. And everything going. No light.
No lights.
All like Macramen.
Boy.
All like all of them 100 drug script there.
I know.
Because the man used to feed them in the day.
Yes.
Because you waited for light to go.
Right.
For to watch it.
Yeah. Boy, a woman.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah, what somebody said. But hold on, Vado. Hold on, Vado. Hold on. Someone said it was tradition for CDC to take their lights. Not only on the streets, but in the stores too. And the people used to grab things.
Grabbing things.
It's true. And let me tell you, we're ready to go by Baron for to boil a grapes.
We're coming to that one. We're coming to that one.
It's only around that time.
Yes.
Grapes.
Yes.
So you have to walk
So
a grapes.
And when you finish, you say you want a patch of straw and sawdust to take.
Yes.
Because you remember the apples and things, they pack pack them in straw.
Straw,
Yes.
And
yes.
sawdust. So when you grab sawdust, you grab
So when you crush that, when you think you have apple and grapes, it's
Sawdust.
sawdust.
Yes. Yes.
Boy, that was fun.
Yes.
That was
Yeah.
fun.
Thanks, Fadu.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Fadu.
But this can never come back.
No.
No. Thanks, Vadu. Though some of us, we ate apple or grapes
Only on Christmas.
once a year.
Christmas time, yeah.
And let me tell you, Christmas used to smell apple. Anyhow Christmas coming, you must take the smell
Of
of
apples,
apple.
yeah. Uh-huh.
All right?
And grapes.
No, no, I didn't take the smell of grapes.
take
We used to
grapes.
eat. Grapes was too expensive for a lot of us. Apple was 50 cents.
That's right.
And it was especially the vendors who were actually going to Guadeloupe. They used to have it in a blue tray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I
About
remember.
24 of them.
24 of them, yeah.
24 in that tray.
You're right.
And my brother, first thing every child wants to do
Eat apple.
when his mother gives him his little money is to go and buy apple. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
There used to that guy Waldron. Waldron was on King George Street, and there used to be two vendors selling apples.
That's right. Yeah.
And I used to have to go there myself and buy my apple. Those apples were big, red, and juicy.
Right.
And let me tell you, so many of us ate grapes for the first time at Christmas time.
Right. Let me tell you. For me, my apple, I buy it from Boboy. Boboy had his apple. He got it from Guadeloupe. All right? Also, Laye had his apple because he was going to Guadeloupe. So these are the guys I bought my apples from on the road.
Mm-hmm. And mark you, by the 24th, all apple finish, you know.
Wow.
But that was amazing, you know. All apple finish. Now, if you do not go and shop, your mother, when she goes and shop, she must buy apple for you. She must buy apple for the home. And she just buy one little strand of grapes. And it's for she and her husband. Papa no. For she and daddy. No grapes for us.
Wow.
Apple, we eating apple. Grapes was big man thing. Big man thing. Now you go in all supermarkets and you're getting grapes like Tiwi.
Yeah.
Tiwi.
Life changing.
That's how life has changed.
Right.
Apple was
Right now, apple is joke, man.
Right now, you eat apple as the year goes.
And grapes, man.
Grapes, are you seeing grapes every day?
And the other one was very expensive was the pear.
Pear wasn't as common
but
as
was
apple.
rare.
But when it came, you know, people were not so sure of it, and it wasn't a big seller. In my time, I don't think it was a very big seller.
You're right,
you know.
Cecil.
But apple and grapes, you know,
Made the
apple and
rounds.
grapes, yeah. And you used to get that in Guadeloupe because it used to come from France. You know, apple and grapes used to come from France.
That's right.
Now we've been making grapes in Dominica.
Boy, I tell you, how life has changed.
We've
How
been making grapes
life
in
has
Dominica.
changed, Cecil. In terms of now, Cecil,
Hold on, let me see that I can get that person. Good evening. Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes.
Good evening.
It's Jen from Toronto.
All right.
Cecil.
Yes.
Guys, yeah. Okay, let's go back into the fact that not only the stores carry the stuff. Do you remember the stevedots and the people who worked at the bayfront?
Yes.
The pockets were very long from the waist all the way down to the ankle, full of Christmas stuff, and your house, you know, you always have the good stuff. Like, I remember getting like caviar, you know, or hot dogs, lots of good things.
I suspect.
Like biscuits.
I suspect your
You
father.
remember-
Your father was working on the pot.
Come on, man, it's me. I'm talking to you, Jennifer Titt.
Oh, Jennifer. Jennifer. Ukila.
Yes.
But dear, Jennifer, Papa, remember, I don't even get the voice. Jennifer, your father was a major.
Yes.
And mark you, you all used to get some of the best things there.
Sausage, hot
The
dogs.
house was like a store. Let's just leave it like that.
Yes.
Wow.
Especially the Guadeloupe sausage.
Oh yeah. But that's where I got introduced to I love caviar and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Up to today, I still love it.
Mm.
And all the good stuff, the ham, all the stuff that they would bring in for all the rich folks, they would just, oh my God, the house was like a store, like I said.
Wow.
So, yeah. So not only the outside stores that used to carry, all that stuff, but also the people who work on the port made sure that their children or their family at the house had the best.
So you're telling me Philip Man used to bring that for the student?
You should drink Cecil milk too.
So what you say there? Huh?
Why Cecil never tell me that, man?
Patricia here in you too, Patricia Sandy here in you too.
Man, you're a crook, man, Cecil. You never tell me all the good
Jennifer,
things.
Patricia Sandy here in you too.
Yeah, that's right. Because remember, my house was number 1 Jury Lane, right by
Yes.
Customs, the first house.
Yes.
So
Wow.
everybody who stole your stuff is by us. They bring it,
Wow.
and then we get a shell when they come to pick it up.
No, they were not stealing. They were not stealing it.
They're
Patricia.
broaching it.
They were not stealing it. They were broaching it. But they got volley.
You broach it.
They were copying it, copying.
I agree with you.
Wilmot, all those fellas used to have a good time.
Man,
Wow.
we ate good during
Yeah,
that
good.
time. I'm
Man,
telling
thanks,
you.
man.
Yeah.
Lots of good stuff.
Yeah.
And as far as me, during the Christmas holidays too, I used to save all the money that I get, and I would buy roller skates, and I would buy my gun with my holster.
Yes.
Wow.
So if you remember with the roller skates, we used to use the roller skates to, when the trucks are passing,
And
we
we
would
just hop
hold
it.
the tailgate.
We just holding it.
And yes, and just oh my God, this is be fun, real fun
Yes.
during the time. So that's all I gotta say.
Thank you. Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
God bless him.
You too. I raised together with Jennifer, so she knows she's talking
Next
about.
to you, man. Cecil, bon time, man.
Jennifer brought memories.
Oh, yes. Well, what the rich folks have, you have.
Yes.
Your little sausage from Guadeloupe.
Boy, that have
Your pâté de foie.
That sausage used to be very salty.
It's called pâté
It
de
was red.
foie.
Pâté de foie.
Pâté de foie.
I
That's
never-
what
I never remember.
what the rich people used to eat at that
I
time.
never remember the name.
Oh man, that was not
And
hot dog.
They used to have the cheddar cheese in
The
the
cheddar
box.
cheese, man.
Remember that cheddar cheese in the
Oh
box?
man, this is what you would get by the Framptons.
No, Framptons?
Yeah.
No, we get it by ACS. By
Well, I'm
Phillips.
saying big people who have the bourgeois eat that. Your cheddar cheese is not poor folks couldn't afford that.
Yes, we used to buy one in a white box.
Oh yeah,
And
the long
it
one.
It wasn't cheddar cheese.
No
I can't
man,
remember
that
the
was
name.
ordinary cheese.
Yeah, it
man.
was ordinary long cheese.
Long cheese, man. You got cheddar cheese was very
For Christmas,
expensive.
man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Your Huntley and Palmer's biscuit with the queen.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
When you see the crown, it's only rich people have that.
Yes.
When you see that has royalties from Her Royal Highness, you have that there.
But hold on, the Baroness will have that. Baroness will have that.
Well,
But Baroness will have plenty money.
Plenty money for Huntley and Palmer's in a tin. Yeah.
I seen the thing was gold.
Goldish. Oh, you remember it, man?
Yeah, man.
Say, man used to bring that by you, man. Cecil.
But, Jennifer said we never missed anything.
Yeah, I agree with you.
We never missed anything.
So you had the best.
Yes, we had the best.
Good.
So when country now, in the country, so your mother ship you down to the country, and when you go down to the country, there are a few things that you had to do. One, you had to go and get babawole. You know what's babawole?
Yes.
A yam, and white lady's yam.
What about kaplau?
No, I don't know about that one. I know babawole, white lady's yam.
I know the kaplau too. We're going to look for it too.
And when you see, you go down, and that time you used to go down at a very early age. Mommy had to send us. But when you come bigger, 11 years and so on, no more country. And when we go down to the country, it's a family unit. So my auntie, my other auntie, and other friends around. So my auntie Octavia, she used to have, her husband used to be a butcher. Let's take a telephone call again. This one's from England. Good evening. Good evening.
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
Talk to us.
Talk to us.
Okay. This is not Cecil, is it?
That is Cecil, yes, you're live.
Okay, I'm live. Am I? Okay. All right. Well, we're there listening to Lakou and so on, and we're just there laughing and.
What you remember for Christmas?
Pardon me?
What do you remember for Christmas in your growing up?
Well, one thing I remember, Cecil. You remember you remember.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, we're listening.
Yeah, you remember the Free Jays singing Jerome, Ken James, and Cecil Joseph?
Yes, I know these people.
Yes. What I remember for Christmas, well, I'm speaking from right here in Koto. And you just talk about Baba Ule.
Yes, that's where you are.
Right. Well, Baba Ule, and Van Cochon Saleh. That I remember about Christmas. And I also remember about the games we used to play, bingo. Remember bingo?
Yes, I must remember bingo.
Yes. And also raffle.
Yes. You remember Baza? You remember Baza?
Of course, I remember Baza. But at a young age, I went up to England, so I kind of forgot about those things.
Yes.
But one thing I really wanted to talk to you about is my brother Ken James. He did tell me to ask you if you remember the Free Jays himself.
Hold on. Ken James?
Yes.
Hold on. I am looking for Ken James for umpteen years.
Ken James is in England.
I know he's in England. When Kent left me, Kent was from Vickers, and Kent was an Adventist like myself. If his granny, if his auntie, living in Libla Lane.
Yes.
And he went up to England, and I've never seen him since then.
Yes.
How can I get in touch with Ken?
You could get in touch. Well, I'll send his number for you.
Can I give you my number?
Yes, I will send Ken's number for you, so you can give him a ring and you could talk to him.
I'm going to do that tonight. Doesn't matter what time it is in England. I'm going to call him tonight.
Yeah.
I want to speak to Ken.
Yes,
You know the area code. You know the area code for Dominica. All right.
Well, you could WhatsApp him.
No, you're calling from another phone, and I don't have the number.
Well, I have your personal number.
Okay, right. So send me Ken's number. I'm going to call him tonight. I'm going to give him his Christmas gift.
Okay. All right then.
All right. Man. Thank you. All right. Yes.
Okay, take care, man.
Yeah, one love. Yeah.
See how technology works.
Boy, Ken James and myself, he went to St. Mary's Academy. We were going to church together at the Adventist church. So Kent, James, Rudy, Jerome, and Cecil Joseph, we were terrible guys.
At the academy?
At church.
Wow.
We were terrible guys. Don't ask me to describe that.
Okay.
And Kent left us and went to England. I've never heard of Kent. I have never seen Kent.
Well, now you know.
And his brother just called and said that he is alive and well.
In England.
So I'm going to call him. I don't care how much it costs to call him. I will call him. Because we have not seen each other
in years.
For about 45 years.
When you get your early Christmas.
50 years.
You get your Christmas.
Yes.
You get an early Christmas.
No, maybe 45 years. Huh? Maybe 45 years.
You make your contact.
Yes. Wow.
Wow, that's interesting.
That made my night.
I know.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Cecil.
Anyway, yes, let's come back.
So you go back now to dig your yam baba wole?
So yes. So in the country, before that, you have to understand, how do we get to the country? In those days, there were 2 trips. One at 1, so the truck goes down to country for 1 o'clock, and the other one goes down to country either 6 or 7 o'clock, and to reach midnight. So you get your Nassif brown grip, and you put your clothes, and you're going on Alex as the father of the Prime Minister truck, Alex. And we have to go down country. You arrive, you have to bring down your food too, and remember that. You must bring food.
What?
You have to bring food.
What kind of food you bring?
Roso food.
Your rice.
You have to bring your rice, your sugar,
macaroni.
your macaroni.
Yeah.
You know, you have to bring that to the country.
Flour, your sugar. Yeah,
you have to bring that.
You have to go well stock up.
You have to bring that. And we go to the country. And then, while at the country, you have to go and look for your bamba wule.
Yes.
Or your lady's yam. You have to go to the garden. I have a cousin, Lynn. Lynn was a boss in the garden. And he sometimes would bring us, or sometimes he would go, especially when he had his garden in Dodan. So he normally would go. I remember the last time I went to the garden, Lynn can tell you, I had a bag on my head with yam and all of those things. And I fell, and I never went back to the garden.
But that garden, most of the gardens in those villages, on hills, you know. You have to climb up hill. It's not flat land.
No, it's not flat at all. Nowhere flat.
You have to climb up hill, go down cross river, cross ravine, with load on your head.
Yes.
Because that garden must be pretty almost a mile away from your home.
Mile? By miles. Dodan, Tobino, Dodan.
Wow.
I mean, that's a distance. You know?
That's a distance, man.
But, you know, we used to have some good times. Our auntie used to have a ginger beer too. She used to have a black pudding. They used to kill, as I said, the pigs. They're not cows. They used to kill pigs. My auntie where I used to go to, that's Auntie Madzi. We used to call her Madzi. And Louisette. Her name was Louisette. And she had another sister by the name of Octavia, living a little lower down. And Octavia's husband was a butcher.
All right.
So on the night, 24th, you know, he would come. He was a left-hander. I remember him like yesterday. And he would tie, that's why I was able to remember tying up the pigs in the legs. And he would just, you know, stab the pig. And the pig goes quiet. He gets away to get the blood out. Because the blood has to be used for the pudding.
For the black pudding.
For the black pudding, you know. He gets away, he has his technique, he does his thing. And then some other years I saw my uncle, Siran Cognet, used to come himself and also do it. So I remember that like yesterday. And so we used to make our trucks, our scooters, and Tobino is a hilly place. So you're starting on top, and sometimes you're finding yourself right down Opak. You know what I'm saying? And when you're going down, no truck, nothing coming up. Those days, no vehicles on the road like that. So we were good, you know? We were really, really good. So the country life was a different life. Also, too, Sewinal used to be taking place. And with the Sewinal, you have to have your Gwog, white rum blanc. No, those days I see they have whiskey. People didn't know whiskey.
No, your country rum, man.
Country rum.
Your Wabio, man. Locally made.
I know about Wabio, but white rum. You know what I'm saying?
Well, vehicles would get rum from Guadeloupe too, eh?
Right. You're correct, you know. And people would pass. So the fellas come out right vehicles and come down right Tobino, you know. So come out, sometimes you come out vehicles, you go in Coton, from Coton, you go in Opak, from Opak you're coming up, you have to go to Tobino, from Tobino you have to go to Gomier, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
And you make it all of that wrong, just for a little rum and to sing. But what was nice about it, my uncle, my auntie's husband, which we used to say uncle, he used to play the accordion, you know, Mr. Massicott. He used to play the accordion, and Mr. was good at that. The accordion and the mouth organ. My cousins and them, they listen and they must be saying, how Cecil remember all of those things as a little boy? I took note. I took serious note on those things. Let's go to the telephone. Good evening.
Good evening.
Connecticut.
Good night, sir.
Yes, good evening.
Good night,
Good
Brain.
evening.
How are you guys?
Oh, in great
doing?
shape, man. Good, man. We're having a good time.
Yeah. Bridgeport, Connecticut is very cold right now on Christmas night.
The freezing, boy. What's the temperature like up there now?
Oh, boy. It's like 40-something degrees.
Woo!
You know?
My
the
goodness.
hottest thing was during the Thanksgiving in the kitchen. That was the hottest thing. But right now, Thanksgiving is over. We just had the last of Thanksgiving left over. Brain, are you talking about Wabi? You should drink Wabi, now?
Of course, man, when I was in the country,
Oh Lord.
man, when I go with my father, it's cold. Give me my wabio,
There
man.
there was a myth about the Wabio, but it was not myth because it happened to me. I remember a few years ago, not a few years, in the late 90s, early 20s, I came to Dominica. I spent a couple, 6 months over there. And me and a friend, Sunset, we used to go, it was during Christmas season, we used to go Portsmouth for 25 cents Wabio short. And listen, I end up drinking Wabio until I like it. You remember there was a scene where some fella drink Wabio and go under his bed with a fishing gun and go fish for his shoes?
Yeah, man.
Man, Wabio make me lift up a bus when I came back up in the States after the surgery for hernia.
What?
My goodness, boy, Wabio, but one thing is good, eh?
Yeah,
Good.
that giving you a high.
A real high, Cecil don't know about that.
You don't know, but that'll make you lift up people,
Yeah. I'm really man. Man, I enjoy this show, yo. I enjoy this show. But Cecil, I used to hate going down in the country for Christmas,
You serious now?
I didn't like that, boy. I was afraid of the label and them. Remember in Penville, we had the big label.
Yes,
I think it was like a kind of shocking color, green one.
Green, yes.
Yes, man.
Yeah, it was
that was making a noise, eh? That was making a noise.
Yes, yes. Yeah, they were used to terrify me, man. I didn't like that. So every time I come up country, I used to be boy, you see them kind of thing there. And then we have to go inside of the house during Christmas,
Yes.
When we go inside the house, we gotta
And
go in reverse.
and those days Penville had no lights.
No, boy. But anyway, when I get to figure that out, I say, listen, it was a good thing, we didn't have lights in country because it gave us that good memories, of the old time days. I don't want to say good old days, Every day is good. What we have like.
I was telling Brain that in our days, when we happened to get gas stove, our father used to love cooking what on Christmas?
He used to cook his ham, yo.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
He love to do that, Philip, man. Listen, I used to say about we see eggs and things like, not eggs, apples once a year. No, boy, you see people on the pot?
Yes.
On the boat and them, we used to eat that every day,
Whoa, that was all the shopping center, man.
We used to get that, as the lady was saying, the one I was living right across the street, across the port over there.
Yeah.
She was right. Every day we used to get apple and pears and grapes.
Okay.
We used to get that. It's just our memory, when Christmas comes, that's when we enjoy it the most. But it was very common in the stevedores and the Man family.
The longshoremen, man. The stevedore longshoremen.
Longshoremen with the long fucking.
That's true.
Boy. Yeah, boy.
These people at Christmas every day, man.
Oh, yeah, man. I know. Yeah.
I enjoy it. But thanks for bringing up this memory.
Right.
Yeah.
I hope next week is the same.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But Cecil.
Keep the memories.
Yeah. But
Have a good one.
Have a good one. This business about the label around Christmas time, when we're in the country, we always feel that these people are sukuya, They call them lalo, but one kind of big thing making noise.
Well, let me tell
and
you.
people will say, boy, maybe your grandmother come there or sukuya.
I remember
sukuya next door fly inside
I remember
out.
once my cousin and myself, Nick, I'll call his name, Raymond Nick Honorary.
Right.
We come out vehicles. Nick is a fella, he like to lime late.
What he saw?
Boy, we coming out and we coming down the hill by, I'll tell you, Bubbles' wife, mother's place there.
What all you saw?
Boy, we saw a light with fire. We saw a light with real business.
Fire yourself?
My mother would defy a light with fire. We say in Sukuya. And I don't think it was Sukuya. I honestly don't think it was Sukuya. I don't know what it was.
But it was a fireball.
But it was a fireball. and I tell you, with that fireball, my hair stand. And the first time I hear in my life that if something don't touch you, is not a human being. It's my cousin. He tell me, I said, what are you afraid of? I said, the thing to touch you, if the thing touch you, is a human being. But I tell you, I want to reach home because I have to pass Coton, pass Opak, pass Teen House, pass my boys' house, all right, and then get to my auntie home. But you know what that is for me. I scared. And then when you reach home, I must do my ritual. I have to walk from the back. Christmas time.
What?
I tell you, Christmas time.
So, old man, you like a truck reversing man.
You have to do that, my brother.
You have to reverse to go back in your house for Christmas.
Yes.
Why you
brother, you have to do that.
man? What happened to
So
you?
the Christmas in the country was a very nice life.
Okay.
I mean, family together, they're coming together, they eating together. I mean, it was if they don't eat together, when we leave by Mahdi, we going by another neighbor, we eating there. From there, the only person we're not going is by Maboizi. Maboizi was the mother of Ma Frampton, Harry Frampton's wife.
Okay.
That's the only person, because for us, she was a Gwaja. She was a rich person in the community. Good evening.
Hi, Cecil. Hi, Brain.
Hi, good night.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
Cecil.
Yes.
You were talking about Sukuya, right?
Yes. Yeah, he saw a fireball.
Yes. Listen.
Yes.
My brother told me one day, we lived in the country, right?
Yes.
So my mother woke them up and she said, Vini, where on clete ale moutain là.
I suspect.
So they
same thing happened to me too.
So listen.
Yes.
He told me they stayed there for the whole night until the morning. And guess what it was?
A post, a catch fire.
No. How you call that? When you making coal.
Oh, un boucan de fée.
Un boucan de fée?
Oui, un boucan de fée.
Papa, bon Dieu.
Also, what you said earlier on about something touching you when you're walking, she told me the same thing. She said, "La ou ka marcher nan huit, si rien touche ou, c'est pas on l'esprit pas ka toucher moun, c'est on moun." So I from that time I used to walk in the darkness and I would have no fear. You know?
Okay.
So you just brought back some memories.
But it's true. Nick tell me, Cecil, well, I saw a big light. I can't tell if it's a post that was catching fire. I can't tell you what was catching fire. But I saw a big red light.
Right.
Defame him.
Okay.
And I afraid. It was by Clement's mother's house. Coming down the hill from Vickers.
Flying.
Going down. Walking. Nick likes to. Christmas time. Vickers have the action Christmas time.
Right.
Because that's where the action is in the heart of Vickers.
Yes.
And we're going down. Yes, go ahead.
Another story is I was talking to my friend one day about Sukuya flying on broomstick. I said, so you mean to tell me somebody can get on a broomstick and fly all the way to England?
To the Queen's place?
To the Queen's place and take her clothes for Christmas. Was it Christmas Eve we?
I didn't want to say that, but I'm glad you said
it. Was Christmas Eve we they went to England to Buckingham Palace.
Buckingham Palace.
3 of them.
Yes.
Puspuyon, puspude, pustutoa.
To take the Queen's best dress
for Christmas
and bring it down there.
So you see the fear that they would put in children's hearts. Oh my goodness gracious. But I'm listening.
Thank you.
Always.
Yeah, thank
you.
Okay,
have a good night.
You too.
Right.
Yeah, man. My cousin tell me, Cecil, boy, don't be scared. Anything that touch you in the night
is a human being.
Is a human being. C'est pas touché ou. C'est pas rien.
What about the fella now who was going down across there in Funkle at the time, right by parking shed? Around Christmas Eve, and he saw that big dog when he was crossing the savannah.
That dog always. That dog always.
I tell you, boy.
Someone want to speak to us again. Let's see what that have to say. Good evening.
It's Jennifer Tita again.
Yes.
I want to talk about the Sukuya. I actually saw a real Sukuya, and I'm not talking about the mythical stuff. Okay?
I'm hearing you.
Oh, you're hearing me?
Yes,
Yeah,
we're
we're
listening.
hearing, we're listening.
Living, okay, we know where we lived, right by the customs.
Mhm.
And there was a lady who lived, you remember where Mamubu and them used to live before? There's a wall there by Mount Monroe there.
Yes, I know. I seen the place.
Yeah, right. Her window overlooked our yard, right? And she used to throw pebbles, like pebbles on our roof and bother us. When she's going to do her thing, she used to land. We had a papaya tree in the yard. She used to land on the papaya tree and then go about her business. So one day my dad told her to stop doing that. So she didn't listen. So my dad tell us, everybody, my mom, my brother Sandan Morgan, you know them, to leave the place for the night and he have something to do. So therefore, he had seasoned a penknife and he did some spiritual stuff and he told us go. And so my mother took us to my baby's house. You know my baby. Anyways.
Yeah, everybody know my baby in tongue.
Yeah, right. And I was so fast. I was so curious. I told Sandra, let's go back to the house. So we snuck back to the house. My bedroom was facing the yard. And I creeped inside and I got on top of my bed and I looked through the window, a slit in the window. And I could see when the lady came from her window and she landed on the papaya tree. And let me tell you something. A sukunya doesn't have no fire light, no fireball, nothing like that. What I saw was the lady's breast. She was flying upside down. Her breast became wings. Okay? And that's how she flew and stuff. Saw it with my eyes and everything. So my dad, anyway, I'm going off topic. My dad, now when she landed on the papaya tree, he stripped naked and he took the penknife and he made a circle in the papaya trunk and make a cross. And he said some words. And she started screaming, oh, blah, blah, blah. So my father said, you're not going to bother my family anymore. Stop throwing pebbles on the roof. And you have to promise that. Otherwise, I'm not going to let you go. I said, please, I won't do it anymore. Blah, blah, blah. So he said some words and he unstuck the penknife from the trunk of the tree. And then she just flew to the sea. So I guess it's England, according to what you guys say.
What?
But there was no room. Yeah. And after that, no more pebbles on our roof, nothing like that.
So the next morning, she didn't come for pepper. She didn't come for salt.
No, she didn't come for nothing. Because what happened is that she went and she had. I don't want to say the person's thing because I can incriminate myself.
Mm-hmm.
She went and she went and sucked somebody's child, and the person had already which was nearby in the neighborhood, and they had set for her. So when she got the poison, whatever it is, she didn't come for no pepper, no salt, or nothing. She came back to her house, and then the next day, they were looking for her, and then they found her, she was dead on her bed.
Wow.
Right? So, yeah, they tried to take out the town council or the town board, whatever that's responsible for that. They to put her in the coffin or whatever, they put her in the thing, in the hearse, and the hearse wouldn't go anywhere. We all stood up there and was watching it. I know it's a long story, but this is not a story, an experience, because a story is something you make up, but an experience.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw that the call for the priest come in, we say some words, nothing. She's not budging nowhere. And they had to open cassette because her hands were up in the air. And then a guy came and he took a cocoa broom and he started to beat the coffin and say some words and get water and do all kind of stuff. Rum, spit it out of his mouth. Okay, nothing. Finally, she probably could just say, okay, I want to go. And then they easily lifted up the coffin and put it in the hearse, and that was there. So that's what I experienced. Kusuki, I do not have no firefly or no fireball or nothing like that.
Okay.
The way out there is that their wings, their breasts, becomes wings and they fly upside down. Okay? And that's what I saw, naked. She was naked. All right?
Thank you. Yeah.
Bon chance.
All right. Only on DBS, boy, you can get that. Only on DBS. Tell you.
Boy, yes, Cecil, boy. I tell you, those things you know, when you hear those myths and those stories, very interesting, especially around Christmas time when, you saw that thing. And I know the guy said he saw that dog. So very interesting, very interesting.
I'm going to see if that person going to tell me to say Sukiya too. Good evening to you, caller.
We had the same experience,
What's that?
In Virginia. Same experience in Virginia.
You had the same experience in Virginia?
I just said I had the happen to be staying of our family United family. And it's a mean super like fire. Who's up with everyone? And when it's very make you imagine you have people stick had able to go ahead next week was on the ground and all I have in my house is a light that flash with them. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. So I was saying the country itself, going to the country, yes, you'd hear a lot about Sukiya in Christmas time.
Oh yeah, stories.
People think that Sukiya was flying more during Christmas
during Christmas time. Yeah.
I'm not so sure, but people of the view, because at that time we were going to dances,
doing dance.
and they would see a Sukiya doing some whatever the case is,
Yeah, right. So whilst you're going out there late at night, they're flying.
They're flying on you.
Right.
You check.
Right.
And
so this was that was the culture.
Yeah.
Because the guy said it's around Christmas Eve he saw it.
Yes. So you find Sukiya used to be more out during
the Christmas
season.
Wow.
Yeah.
What, they going shopping or what?
Shopping? Yeah, you're right. They're going to fly. You're very right. Witchcraft?
Yeah. So when you're in the country for Christmas time, they tell stories.
Yes. So you're in the country, so you find that not much my auntie always wanted to be inside, but my auntie husband, Mr. D. So my auntie was Maddie and he was Mr. D. He was an honorary from Woodford Hill. And Mr. would give us, he was stomach in a lot, and he would give us a lot of stories, give us a lot of stories. And even some of our bigger cousins, my bigger cousins, like the Almas, the Maurins and so on, they would give you stories themselves of certain things. So we lived harmoniously as a family in a yard. We had a real big yard, not a big house, but we had a big yard, and the yard had plenty of children. So all of us coming from Roseau, and at the time, later on, they built a downstairs for when my cousin became a police officer, or I think a teacher. But when we were boys growing up, there was just one La Salle, my auntie La Salle, and we had to sleep in the drawing room. All of us had to sleep in that drawing room. So we know what it is during Christmas time to be there together as a family.
Right.
So we had that really going for us. Now the other thing is that, just coming back a little bit into the tradition of the Christmas, I do not know what it is like now, but in those days, going back to curtains. So in those days, your parents, while they're cooking, while the cake is being baked,
right, they put their curtains up.
They put in the curtains, sweeping all kind of dust, all kind of things, sweeping, passing cloth, wet cloth on, just cleaning.
Right. No, another thing, whilst you're there, if the furniture needed a little facelift, they would have varnish. So they varnish some of the furniture. And not only that, they would have, if the house is not painted, if it was
paint.
They must paint.
Everybody used to paint.
So you're painting.
So everybody, in those days, because Harris Paints came late after. Harris Paint must have come in about 78, thereabout. But Harris Paint.
You go by TD, you get paint.
So you would have gone by TD, you go.
Or
AC Shillingford
and get your paint.
AC Shillingford was very popular. TD had paint. Astapans also had a segment of paint.
Right.
Astapans would sell your paint.
Was it Berger?
They used to sell Berger.
Or Lewind?
No, Lewin. You're correct. Lewin. Okay. But they used to sell their paint. You see where the house is still there. Opposite where Liat used to be.
That's right. Cecil, you have a good memory.
Right after Waldron.
Yeah.
Right after the house, right after Waldron.
That's where they sold it.
Going east, right after Waldron.
You're correct.
Astapans used to sell the paint there, so they were not selling it in the place, So Astafans, S.C. Shillingford, T.D. Shillingford. T.D. Shillingford was where today we have JRs. So where JRs is, that's where T.D. Shillingford was. So persons who are trying to remember. So you had Burgess Paint, you had Lewin's Paint, and there was another one. Was it Harris, the liquor man? Before Harris Paint actually
the little man
built their factory in Dominica.
Yeah.
So you had Harris, the little man. And those paint, I mean, mostly women at this time used to buy, choose the color. Father give the money, mother go and buy and choose the color.
Yeah.
And so paint was a popular thing at the time. So every year, your house would have a facelift with paint. Every year, your inside would have a facelift with curtains. So you have the curtain for your front door, curtains for your window, and in those periods at that time, you also have 20 windows like how I have.
No.
It's about 4 windows.
4 windows, yeah.
And a door.
One front door.
And there used to be a colorful curtain. Somebody can tell me the name.
At the front.
At the front with different colors, man.
Yeah.
And in strips. You know?
Oh yeah, plastic.
Plastic, you know?
Yeah.
And
they
used to also buy that together with the carpet.
That plastic things, most of it came from Guadeloupe.
Guadeloupe, right. So that used to be there. And also to the tablecloth. They used to buy the tablecloth again too by Astafans. Astafans was a very popular area.
And it have different patterns was on the
flowers, colorless,
very
you know,
very nice.
Just various colors, you know, and that was amazing too.
Amazing.
You know, how you used to have a big table, and your parents would actually get a tablecloth, not a tablecloth, it wasn't cloth, a plastic cover, for your table. And at that time, Brain, what was nice about it was you would drink in glass for the first time. After the Christmas, they put back the glass in the cabinet.
Boy, you can't
call it China cabinet.
The China cabinet.
You check?
Oh boy.
China cabinet.
Your mother bring that out.
And then later on, after the China cabinet, they start to build a thing called,
buffet?
Buffet. There's a thing called buffet.
A buffet, yes.
You know, with more drawers.
More drawers with your silverware.
And bigger than that of the cabinet.
But the cabinet very funny. It had funny legs, eh?
Yes.
Nice.
4 legs.
4 legs, man.
Yes.
Well, it cannot be straight.
No, never straight. I have a curve. Yeah, a cambouis leg. Yeah, you could say that.
Cambouis legs.
Yeah, and you have about 4 shelves.
Shelves, man.
You have one shelf for your Pyrex.
Your Pyrex, yeah.
One shelf for your plates.
Your plates.
One shelf for your little
teacups.
Little teacups.
Yeah, with your saucer.
With your saucer. And the other one with glasses.
With glasses.
So
they had style, eh?
Yeah, man. So when you eat, when they give you breakfast in the morning, they give you from glass. So no more aluminum, breakable. Aluminum?
Your Chinaware.
No. I'm talking about the cups that you give all year long.
Oh, the enamel.
Enamel, that's the word I'm looking for. Enamel. And you know what? What's crazy about enamel? Every time the enamel falls, it cae in. And then it's after falling after how many times? You know what happening? It's making holes.
Yeah, making holes.
How you so block your holes?
Well, let me tell you, we bring that by Muzi. Fellow with a funny leg.
Yes, I know Muzi.
And he sorted that for us.
Well, it was bourgeois. But you know how to do it? We used to take flour, make a paste with the flour, and block the hole.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? A snapper. As
Snapper.
Albert Williams. As Tina.
Snapper.
As Virginia Joseph.
What?
I tell you, when the enamel have its hole, we take in the flour.
And you make a paste.
We make it a paste.
And you stick it?
And you stick in that.
Wow.
And it stay in there.
Well, funny, man. You can't wash that, man.
But when you wash that, it'll come out. You have to do it again. You know what I'm saying? And most times, the enamel was white.
It was white.
You used to buy that by Nassif.
By Nassif.
Then later on, Nassif realized, boy, those enamel there. And not only that, the enamel mouth, the ring of the enamel.
Yes.
All right? Because most times your parents will buy that at Christmas time,
Mm-hmm.
They buy in a whole portion because at Christmas time they're changing everything.
Everything, yes.
You check, so you drink it from that enamel for the entire year. Now, everybody in the house has his enamel plate, has his enamel cup. And we used to eat a spoon, not knife and spoon. Not knife, spoon, and fork. Everybody had a spoon.
And fork, yeah.
And you used to have a fork. But fork is for you to prick meat. Just to prick meat. And but most times we used to eat with our spoon because you want to make malcassi, you want to make your noise and so on. So the enamel top where you drinking the tea from,
where
that used to be kai. What we are? Kai. Come on, that's a nice word. It is kai, and when that kai, you have to still drink your tea till the end of the year,
Yes,
so if your cups are to kai from January, that's your business.
That's your business.
Let's see what that person has to say. Good evening.
The master thing to stick a bomb when you licking is the green fig, you scratching it, fasten it on it, and you put on the fire, let it dry, and that is it. Nothing to licking again, anybody.
Boy. You hear what poor people... You hear what poor people have to do, boy?
Mm-hmm.
Poor people had to go through.
Thank you. Yes, I'm telling you.
So you either get the fig and you do something with it to stick it,
yes,
or you get your flour,
and
you boil your,
yes,
you stick your. But if you're going to do that for a child now, Cecil, they say you don't have good head,
But no. Today children don't drink in enamel, they drink in glass, breakable glass. No enamel, no tumbler, no plastic glass. All children today drink in breakable glass.
So you don't have, it's not like when we were growing up as little boys that your cup is hanging on a nail.
Cup hanging, man. That got cup. Cup is in a cupboard. That got hanging. Talk about it now.
Wow.
Huh?
Wait. Come on, man. So
and in those days, you used to see the Kaya cups,
Yeah, they hang that up.
Remember,
that's your cup.
Remember it underneath the cupboard. You have a cupboard. Yeah. 1, 2, 3 cupboards. And your mother have the nail. It was a nail. The nail.
Hang.
And if you have 10 children,
10 of them.
10 there. Plus husband and wife. 12.
12.
So you know whose own?
Brain own, Cecil own, whatever.
Yeah, let's go to the telephone. Good evening.
You condense milk. You put it in the cup to it.
You said what?
The cup too, yeah.
Condensed milk. You clean out you put it in the cup to it.
Yes, that's right. Muzi used to do it for us.
That is done,
True. You're right.
Yeah.
He was called the tinsmith of the poor person.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, everybody brain had a cup. So you know your cup. You know your plate.
You know your plate.
So it's nothing like you. For instance, what the mothers and them used to do. Nasif used to sell their plates with flower in the middle. You remember?
Yes.
Beautiful flowers, designs.
Designs, yeah.
So they'd have red with green.
With flowers, yeah.
Flowers. You have another one with blue with red.
Flowers.
And your mother saying to you, Cecil, that is your cup. Cecil, look your plate. So on the 26th, that is the day after Christmas. All right? So the day after Christmas, you're going back to your old traditional way of things. So on the 26th, they're giving you your cup and they're giving you your plate.
You go back.
You have to go back. Now, what was beautiful about this thing was they used to do coffee. So, before we become Adventists, we used to have our coffee. And they used to buy a little cup. A little enamel cup too.
Your coffee cup.
Like a small enamel cup. Your coffee cup.
Yeah, I know.
And they used to give you the guap. Children used to get the guap. The parents used to get the hard thing. You know? And
you get the Mac Cafe.
Mac Cafe, that's the word I look. That's the better word. The Mac Cafe we used to get.
Yeah.
And you have your little cup and you cannot ask for more. And Mark, you later on in life, you start to put milk in coffee, you know.
Oh boy.
We raise the coffee black and a teasing sugar.
Right. Strong.
Someone says, let me see what the person says. Put it all over, put it over slow fire so that the paste can harden.
Yeah, it can harden.
No leak anymore. That's how my dad used to block any hole underneath his leaking pots and pans.
Oh.
So I tell you, flour.
Boy.
Juliana, and that came from Vina Simon. And Juliana Winston says, yes, that's true about the fig. They used to block the pot with the fig or flour paste when it is leaking.
Wow.
That's what we used to
but
do.
You cannot do that now, no, Cecil.
Do that now.
You cannot do that now.
The
no?
child tell you don't want that. As a children don't drink in
cups anymore. Glass.
And if they drink in cups, it is breakable cups.
Wow.
It has to be breakable
graduated
cups.
them.
All right? It is breakable
You
cups.
see how we graduated from those type of things, man? Wow.
Boy,
and Cecil, very interesting that you said that. After Christmas, all these...
Before we go to after Christmas... We forget before after Christmas, we used to have what? Christmas Mass. Midnight Mass. You remember Midnight Mass?
Of course I do.
On the 24th into...
The 25th.
So you go at 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock, then there was an acolyte. So you have to be there very early. Or like 10 o'clock, you have to go there, prepare the priest's business and so on for him. But at 11 o'clock, you enter in and you ring in that bell. And the church packed with people. But halfway in the church now, you're hearing people snoring.
What you saying, sir?
About that. Mass finishing at 1:30, 2 o'clock.
You mean people sleeping?
People sleeping, my brother. And right after that now, which was a very good tradition, which we are not seeing anymore. Right after that, Daddy and Mommy from church going where?
Dance.
You must go dance. Swinging Stars dance. Those days, Swinging Stars, you see where the grotto home is now?
Yeah.
Where the...
Yeah, I know.
The infirmary. The infirmary is
grotto.
There. That was where the green grotto was.
Yeah.
And this, who was the security? Guess who was the security?
Who was there?
Tell me.
I can't remember.
Boy, Desmond Blanchard. Desmond Blanchard was the security there in the gate. Bad. Cannot enter. You have to pay your money. And Swinging Stars.
Jamming.
Green Grotto. Where you see, as we're talking today, where you see the infirmary is.
I remember.
You have to go dance. Most persons used to go to dance. So dance used to start like at 2 o'clock. Swinging Stars on the bandstand. So the church not far. Look at where the Catholic Church is.
As people leave Mass.
As people leave Mass, people
straight
walking
into the church.
They've just finished snow, you know. They just finished snow.
Well, they snow.
Some of them just take their lost tea.
And they're going to church. They're going to dance.
Until next morning.
5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, till next morning.
Wow, the tradition.
And
so what I'm, Cecil, take your time.
Mm-hmm.
So they go to church, and with the church closed, they go to dance, or they're going back home?
Which home now, my brother?
So from church to dance
From church to dance,
so they go dress for dance in church
dance,
then?
The church closed, go to dance, my brother. What are you talking about? Good evening. Good evening.
Hi, Cecil.
Yes.
Adam.
Yes.
Mr. Adam.
Yes, my dear.
You know Christmas time, midnight mass. You know that's when all drunk guys going to church.
Yes, the drunk.
They're going to church. Let me tell you, and the ladies now, they're in church now, and sometimes in the penis walking on their clothes.
Well, yes.
It's true, no?
Penis was out there, penis.
Penis was popular then.
Right. But a woman had a penis walking on her, and the other fast woman said, but you don't see a bug? Bed bugs.
Their clothes smelling cans for balls. And we young girls now understand that in the cathedral life, we understand because we laughing, you're drunk to come into church, or sometimes my penis coming out right on your back. Child, I'd be laughing.
Boy.
Oh, that was what I said. And that's the only time that every seat is occupied, everybody no church. They're drunk, they whatever, disturbing, whatever. And especially to get Father Lord, where it's high and low.
High and low.
I know.
In Jesus' name. Good night to everyone.
So when you hear him good another thing, he bites in the word of the word.
But he drunk too. Gilo drink a lot of rum by my father-in-law.
Father Gilo.
by Helling.
Stumpy.
The man already go by. The man already go in Finn's Lane. The Lord by Helling boyfriend, the grave digger, and the man drink a lot of rum, Charles.
But hold on, Charles used to was loving two Hellens.
Yeah.
He was loving two Hellens.
Yeah, I know.
You were the two Hellens.
Yeah, I know the two Hellens.
Who are the two Hellens?
The Helling, my auntie, and the other Helling just down the road.
Helen for both of them living on Finsley.
Finsley.
Helen for.
I'm thinking Finsley. You brain.
Yeah, I know. Helen for Patrick.
Yes.
Patrick Stedman.
And hear what Charles tell him. Father, we'll have another one before you go.
I just remember.
But the man drunk on stage.
But let me tell you, but those spinners was something else.
I know,
at
boy.
that time, they come in out into embarrass you.
No, it's not their fault.
It's not their fault. They're taking mass.
Because where they were before was warm. Was warm.
Big spinners,
I know. This is what it is. Boy. Anyway, Vado.
Thanks,
man.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, but this was really fun. This
really fun.
And there were some people, right? If they did not go to Swinging Stars dance, especially the younger ones. All right, the younger ones. They used to have house parties.
Yeah.
But in the house parties, some fellas was Misha stay, they were wicked,
Oh, yes.
You know what they used to do? There's a partner in Baffin State, his name is Totes. All right, Suki brother. I'll tell you what he did. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, caller.
Good evening, caller.
You're listening to a delay system through your system, that your device that you're listening to. Well, you have to call me back because I'm sorry about that. You have to call me back. No. So fellas like Toots. So you have Toots, Pierre Astafans, Roy, Sweet Roy in Bath Estate, a portion of them. And them man, what they used to do, and a lot of the parties used to be in Center Roma.
Yeah, they will make pilau.
Boy, and them man vein
the pilau.
The bomb of food. And when the bomb of food finish, fellas like Toots, even Pierre, I tell you, Pierre Stefans, and those other guys used to take the bomb of food and go with it.
Yeah, they go with the pilau.
And eat that. And when you come in looking for pilau, my brother, the whole party mash up.
I remember.
The whole party mash up.
I remember.
I tell you, that was Toots in Bath Estate. Popular move.
Yeah.
In those days.
Boy.
Christmas time.
Fella, look out.
And those house parties, those young fellas wasn't going to church.
They waiting.
No, they were not going to church. They might have their party, man bring in their bottle, and man go in and have their house party. So house party will start like at 8, 9, 10 o'clock. Okay. And man in the house party. And fellas marking the food. If you cook broth, they taking it. If you cook pilau, they taking it. If you cook soup, they taking it. Doesn't matter what. And in those days, man used to do some big bomb.
Yeah, the big giant bombs.
Big giant bombs. And Toots and them, that's all them man used to do.
I remember.
They were not mopping, Mopping, you don't pay. They were not mopping. They were part of the party. But for the fun of it,
they would take it.
But I would take that. 4 or 5 of them, man, would take that.
And eat.
And go with that and eat.
Boy, and all that happening during the Christmas time.
All that is during Christmas time. And so it was really, really true fun for children, for the adults. So the adults had their fun. The women clean house. The men cook food for Christmas. They bake cake, they bake bread, they bake the ham.
The ham.
Those is not turkey. They bake the ham, or they bake a whole fowl.
That's
This
right.
is a fowl.
Or, yeah, that's true.
They used to put food, breadcrumbs, and all kind of things inside the fowl.
Stuff the fowl.
Stuff fowl. So they used to have that inside that. And my brother, so you have ham, you have stuffed fowl, and you're ready to go for Christmas.
You're fully equipped.
Or you're fully equipped. So adults used to have their place. The youth, the young ones, used to have their place, and the teenagers have their place, and the smaller ones. So every structure of the society
had their role.
Played their role
in that Christmas thing.
In that period of Christmas.
Wow.
I mean, that was beautiful. People not sleeping for the Christmas, the 3 last days, the 23rd, the 24th, the 25th, or the 24th, the 25th, the 26th. Remember, the 26th was always a holiday.
Holiday, yeah.
So in the country, we used to call it bazaar. Bazaar was party. In Roseau, they used to call it...
was it the Boxing Day?
Boxing Day. Yeah, Boxing Day party.
Boxing Day party.
You know, that's what they used to have in Roseau, Boxing Day party. So the children going to their little party and so on. Now we see it's different.
Everything is different.
It's totally different now. But on the Boxing Day, you're talking about the Boxing Day.
Yeah, people go out after the Christmas holiday. They go out again. Some of them go on party weekend. They go on excursion, and some of them still continue their Christmas with the drinks. Still drinking on the Boxing Day because it was a holiday as well, eh?
Yeah, and what was nice about it is, you see, like now, people talking about, oh, I'm going to send my child St. Martin. I'm going to send my child Guadeloupe. I'm going to send my child America.
Country, man.
My brother, there's nothing sending my child overseas now.
Country.
Nobody knew going overseas during Christmas.
You send your child to the country.
Country. If you haven't got nobody in country, sometimes some children who have nobody in country have a friend. They're at school, have a friend. They would go country with that friend.
That's right.
They go country with that friend and have a country life. Understand the country too. And they would make more friends and make more friends.
They would socialize with other people in the country.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a time to get to know other people.
You know what, Snapper? I suspect Snapper was in that too. You know what Snapper tell me? Yes, Cecil, that is true about the party. So Snapper, and as much as you on Facebook, tell me if you were one of the people going and take the bombs.
Boy, let me tell you, I won't call his name, but there was a big house party next to Mr. Pear, the former commissioner.
On Stibber Street.
Next to my house.
Yes.
It was, I think it was Robbo's birthday. They steal the bomb off Pillow, man. Fellas went inside there, in the kitchen.
At the commissioner's home?
Yeah, he wasn't commissioner at the time. But they jumped the wall, enter the back, and take the bomb off Pillow.
What are you telling me then?
Yeah, man. Fellas were doing that. That was the hobby for those guys in my area. Boy, in St. Roman Goodwill.
That's the whole Roseau catchment area. I don't know for Newtown, but Roseau Central, Pottersville, Goodwill.
That was the fun.
In thing. Just know when you go in a party, it have food. Just know the bomb have to go.
The bomb will go. But after a while, people got smart.
Yeah.
They never used to cook the food in the kitchen. They cook the food somewhere else. And when it cook,
they bring in it.
They bring in it.
Or what guys I saw what guys did sometimes. Everybody drinking in the kitchen. Food cooking, everybody drinking in the kitchen.
In the bomb.
Boy, watching that bomb. You think a man take that?
I agree with
man
them.
talk. Another guy, Erickson Christopher.
Not the
footballer,
coach, you know?
Football coach, yeah. He was too. He was in that too.
Wow.
Together with Toots.
All you had a gang of fellas, man.
I was in that all you.
You was in that?
No, I wasn't in that.
What about Bafest? Did they ever hit the bomb?
Well, Bafest, I tell you, guys in Bafest, that's their popular move. I'm not so sure if Bumpy did that. No, Bumpy would not have done that. Bumpy wasn't that kind of guy, you know. Someone told me that in Portsmouth, they used to have dance parties for children from 6 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, until 6 o'clock, in the afternoon until 6 o'clock.
They don't have that anymore. They used to have what they call matinee dance.
Yes, matinee
You ever
dance.
Went to matinee dance?
Yeah, man, I went to several matinee dance in Vickers.
What about...
It started at 3 o'clock and by 6 o'clock it have to end.
They had a matinee dance at the old grammar school.
Yes.
They used to have matinee dance at the St. George's Hall, I know, for instance. But nowadays, Cecil, they don't have matinee dance for children.
But I'm not children again, my brother. Ipan is a parkour. You see the time children living dancing. You don't see time children going to dance.
Because you look forward to your matinee dance.
Well, matinee dance
a little
at
sweetheart
3 o'clock, 6 o'clock. You have to
your
go.
mother coming for you, you know?
What are you talking about?
They stand up.
And they stand up by the door. They stand up by the door. By the entrance of the dance.
All girls, mothers taking them, you know.
Let me tell you now.
They stand like policemen.
If you think plenty darkness, take
go and
them.
take the girl.
But you're seeing parents like titiwi.
Yeah, boy, they're coming for the girls.
Back, they don't bring in them, you know. They give them like a change to go. But when 6 o'clock, 5 to 6, 5 to 6, 10 to 6,
5, they're outside, they're waiting.
They're standing. No, as a child, you're embarrassed.
Yeah.
You cannot waste time. You have to meet mommy.
Yeah, they're waiting
because
for you.
those mommy in those days.
Oh, they're bad.
Cecily, you don't see me outside there waiting for you. Mete, come outside.
Yeah, the 4 letter would.
But you have to use the 4 letters.
Yeah, they use the 4 letters.
They have to give you the 4 letters.
But even on a Christmas matinee dance or a school dance, Sister Boja and them fellas, them people, they're waiting for, you know, if they have a school jam.
Mm-hmm.
For them girls in 5th form and 6th form, you can't go out late, you know.
But not only that, you know.
Them, they're standing guard, you know, my
Somebody
God.
tell me, I think it's that girl in she in New York, Savre McLean, I think that's, sorry I forgot her name though, my good friend. And she tell me, you know, when they had the dances in those days, that the boys one way and the girls another way. You cannot hold, you know.
You can't hold, no.
Cannot hold.
You have to be
just dancing. You like the fella like you. That's his business.
Twist was the dance.
Twist.
So you know, no dance cole, you know. You twist. Mm-hmm. So you twisting your night away.
And you can do what you want. Teresa Fresh is good night. You can do what you want.
No dance cole. Not allowed. Not allowed.
You cannot do that. not allowed. You cannot do that.
You cannot do that.
If you're brave and you do that, Law Alia Kazu. Miss will tell.
Says you ever try that? No, in a dance.
I never go in that kind of dance. My matinee dance was in Green Grotto, where the stadium is.
At the back there.
That's where my dance afternoon, my
matinee
dance, Christmas matinee dance, swinging stars again.
Right. But Cecil, thinking about it, there is no more Christmas matinee dance.
But I haven't got that again, I tell you, Pakatan man. Matinee dance finished long time. So
all the young people have is the big dance.
Big dance for Chong Hotel. Big dance.
And you hear the lyrics now.
Big dance. Now, you'll have your Triple K, you'll have your Signal, wherever they are, they go in there.
They go in there now.
You check? And there's nothing called matinee dance to say dance starting at 6 o'clock.
No.
Matinee dance for us was starting at 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
No, their dance is 10 o'clock, and you can say 10 o'clock if you want, but they'll be empty at 10. Rosalind Severi Macklin. Yes, she was the person I was talking about. Yeah. You check, Rosalind said once that when they go to the matinee dance, on one side is the boys,
yeah.
On the other side is the girls.
I go to a matinee dance. Girls on one side, boys, and we kind of hold, twisting our night away.
What kind of
chubby checker.
What kind of dance? what kind of dance is that?
You have your bell bottom and you're twisting your night away.
Well, thank God. I didn't do that. I wasn't of that part.
You never had the bell bottom? We had the bell bottom and we twist our night. Chubby checker was the thing, or James Brown. Nothing like holding. Mm-hmm. No.
With your afro.
And you're bumping. Mm-hmm. You're bumping as though you use a boxer.
and you know, on the 26th, boys, the parents used to give us a leeway, you know. So we could come home at 8 o'clock. But not later than that. If you come later than that, the house lock. And you have to say where you come from. Yeah. On the 26th, boys get a little leeway. I don't know what the leeway would make you do if matinee dancing at 6, so you go and do what you have to do. But you have to be home for 8. If you're not home for 8, Judith man close her door. And you can knock from January to December, unless it is not midnight, Judith man not opening her door and to give you 1 or 2 slaps to tell you, de malqua paka westadi la yotu.
Wow. All windows locked too.
Everywhere locked. Those days you used to have louvers. and the louvers
the blind.
was glass.
Oh,
So
okay.
you pass a alley and break louvers. You cannot break louvers.
Well, if she was strict, discipline.
When you lived in Roseau, you could push the door, the gate, or not the gate, sorry, the window or the door a little, so you can let the latch that was holding the door.
Holding it.
It can get slack.
You just
pushing it.
You just push it.
Taking it a little soft and nice.
So when you
until you pop. So when you come,
you just
they sleep in. Remember they went to midnight mass.
Yes.
They went to dance, so they're a little tired.
Yes.
So when you push that door open,
you can sleep in.
You sleep in and you're taking your time, and you lock in that. But sometimes they would hear you.
Yeah, they're hearing.
And you'd hear, Cecil, all our sortie. But you can't man talk. Nah? By the time you say one word, I could chew.
All hell break. They were very serious, Cecil.
And they're telling you, de mal kwa paka westi adida yon too.
Even after
Papa ou laka domi.
Oh, they were.
Oh, they were. And blow. Boy, let me tell you, my
they were
brother.
very serious, Cecil.
Boy, these people not easy.
Discipline.
Today,
very, yeah, you can see what's happening.
Today, I mean,
it's something.
today they have more than 10 male quab in the house.
Hey, free.
They even have
Free
12
four.
female quab.
Oh, talk about that.
Huh?
Talk about that. But Cess, it's a very interesting business now that we have gone full circle in terms of the Christmas tradition, where I'm not hearing anything about. Do they have the oldie goldie dance around Christmas times?
Yes, I know swing stars normally do.
At Fortune Hotel.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, swing stars normally do.
Very interesting, man. When you look at it. But going after the Christmas, when do we have the Fête Innocent?
Fête Innocent?
Kissing the baby Jesus.
Fête Innocent?
Is that after Christmas that you bring your toys?
I don't know.
Somebody must tell us.
Yes.
Well, you had you have after you have your toys after the Christmas
you have to get it blessed.
You've got to bless
But
it.
you can bless your toy after you play with it now.
You go
Never
there.
have a sense.
They have a little baby, a little statue, and they hold it in a little basket.
Fête Innocent.
And you come and you kiss the little baby Jesus, and they bless your toy. And you put your little money there too for the father. Yeah, so your toys after you have your gun, your cock gun, your capsule, you're going to kill the baby Jesus. So if anything you did wrong,
and you put in your little coin in it.
A little coin in it. So I know that, for instance, Christmas for me was I always look forward to the Fête Innocent as well.
I want someone to tell
when
me.
my toys were blessed. Yeah, you had to bring your toys for blessing.
And the other thing was we have not spoken about the music. Jim Reeves, Dean Martin, Nat King Cole. I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas.
But you never heard the other song, Snowflakes?
Uh-huh.
You even sing about snow, you know?
Yes, we have to sing about snowflakes.
No snow in
On
the
the
Caribbean.
first day of Christmas, my true love saying to me. And is America thing me?
Yeah. Yeah, those were songs.
Good evening to you.
Hi.
Uh-huh.
Espinosa. And children used to look forward to that because you have your toys.
You have your toys, yes,
And
brother.
for Christmas, you got your toys. So the next day, it's Espinosa.
The 26th.
And you had the cathedral and all your friends and whatever. It's in all nice toys and they blessing it. Now, these days, we don't have that.
No Fête Innocent in Pottersville?
Yes, but the children just come up to the altar. A few dolls and things, nothing to shout about.
All right.
It's your mother, your tablet and this kind of things that's going on now.
Okay. But
You don't see that. You don't see such children come before the altar with dolls and trucks and these water guns and so. That's no more.
Okay.
It was the best tablets and there is a bagay show off that happening now with our children.
All right.
No, things have changed, Cecil, and other.
Oh, yes.
The kids don't think we don't even have kids. We are children, children, but no children. They are adults now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Young adults.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, bye.
Just want to say good evening to Juliana Frederick. You are listening and you're watching on Facebook, and also to Andrew Thomas. You're also on Carol Thomas, or Carol Anthony, sorry. She said Boxing Day was the Fête Innocent. Now, Gary George said Fête Innocent was 1 week after Christmas.
Yes.
That's what someone just said to me. Wellington Defoe said, yes, Cecil, I remembered you. And Snapper said, Fête for the Innocent. Can you imagine Fête Innocent, Fête for the Innocent? Quite a number of people are actually following us here tonight.
Yeah, very interesting.
It says that, would you say the tradition has gone? Christmas tradition?
Yes. Not altogether.
No, we spoke earlier on about ginger beer, but we never said at what time we drank our ginger beer, did we?
No, but we drank our ginger beer on Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm.
We tested our ginger beer just to make sure. Our mother gave us some, but basically we would start drinking those beverages on Christmas Day.
You know, ginger beer, they used to do it with white sugar.
Yeah, white sugar.
And it used to have a lighter color than what we now see.
Yes.
The top of the ginger beer used to be white.
That's right.
And when you drink that, my brother, that is to burn your fruit.
Burn you, man. It was strong.
Burn your fruit.
Very strong.
And that is amazing.
Very amazing. Because right now the ginger beer is very diluted.
Mm-hmm.
When you see the way they make it, and many of the younger generation doesn't really know how to make the real ginger beer.
Yeah, to burn.
To burn you.
Yeah, you have to boil it. You have to cut it. Okay, clean it.
Right.
Cut it up. Boil it. Boil it well for cover. Make sure it's covered. And you allow when it's boiled, you let that cover remain there. Don't remove that cover to remove that smell.
The aroma.
Yeah, the aroma. So you allow it to stay covered.
Right.
And when that is done, later on, you give it a few hours so it can cool. You then strain it into a larger pan. And then when it is very cool, you put it into your whiskey bottle. And you put it, in our time, we used to put it in water, in a basin of water.
To keep it fresh.
Make it stay fresh.
Very nice. Yes, you remember. You remember all those things.
And later on, when people got fridge, they started putting in the fridge and so on. And again, too, you could not drink the ginger beer or the sorrel before the 25th.
No, not allowed.
You'll get a volley.
No, not allowed. Everybody waiting.
You can drink it You can drink it after
throughout
Christmas.
Throughout the year.
And you can drink it after Christmas until it finishes.
Let me ask you, you ever paid a visit to Santa Claus? You ever went to Santa Claus?
I'll answer in a while. Good evening. Good evening.
Cecil,
yes.
This ginger these days is not like when we were younger, the ginger is so burn and so. And you make ginger not even smelling it.
No, not smelling ginger.
We don't have that kind of ginger we used to have before.
They need to put clove in it.
I made ginger beer on Friday, okay?
Yeah.
And I left it overnight, so too damn thing. Nothing, you're not even smelling that. And now you don't have white sugar.
Yes.
So you have to use rum sugar now. Because no white sugar. On the shelves at Astafan, nowhere those who have white sugar.
So you must
just from sugar.
So you sweeten your sorrel with brown sugar.
Oh, yeah. Yes, all right, thank you. No,
Santa Claus.
I just want to, as someone ask a question, how often is this Lakou podcast being broadcast? I want to tell you, person, every Sunday from 7 o'clock. Every Sunday from 7 o'clock in the PM, we have the Lakou program. Tonight, we decided to focus on Christmas traditions.
Yeah.
Next week we'll be having something or somebody. Yes, somebody said that to get the real taste of ginger beer, you put a tip bit yeast in it to help it ferment.
Ferment.
Yeah, and good old-time ginger beer. So yes, you have to use a little yeast.
Usually used to ferment.
That's why it was white.
That's why it was white.
Yeah, that's why the top
and
was
it,
white.
And it foams at the top.
It foams at the top. Yes, that's why.
But first of all, I wanted to draw your attention. Every Christmas time, you have to go and get your crate of soft drink.
Oh, yes.
Either you go for your juicy.
Yes.
At the time, juicy was raining, so you go for your red juicy. We're very popular. Yes. The yellow juicy.
Yes.
And you go for your Fanta.
Fanta.
And your Cokes.
Yes.
In the old days, when I was...
Where?
You go for it at the old Coca-Cola factory.
No, sir.
That's where I used to go.
No, sir.
Where you went
for
older
than me, my brother.
Where you went for
Where Orchard is today. Where Orchard has her restaurant on Great George Street.
Oh yes, that was the distributing.
That was the distribution
center.
Depot.
You're right, Cecil. You're right.
That's where the depot was.
You're right. 100%. 100%.
Right there.
Right, yeah.
That's where
the depot
was.
Right. You're
Later
correct.
on,
it went to
Valley Road. Good evening to you, caller.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Mm.
Okay, that's DBS?
Yes, that's DBS. Sorry, you're live. Yes.
You're live.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Okay, yes. Cecil, wonderful conversation.
Thank you.
When you spoke about the ginger beer, I want to bring back your memories. Can you remember this Yvonne?
Oh, yes, Yvonne man from Mabonto.
Right, she had a business at the gardens there.
Yes.
Right, selling ginger beer.
Boy, nothing
tall
like
rescue woman.
Nothing like that.
That was ginger beer.
Could be that.
Yeah, she had the best ginger beer.
No,
Thank you.
Oh yes.
Even if my mother made it.
Yeah. She was good.
Yvonne's wasn't easy.
An expert.
I'm glad. Oh yes, she was an expert on that. So it does bring back my memories as well. But right. And I just think I have to participate.
Thank you.
But let me tell you, the ginger, I don't think you have to boil it, you know.
No, you
have to grate it.
No, I said that you grate it or you cut it. Some of us
you
grate it. Yeah.
Yes, you grate the ginger, whatever portion you grate in,
yes,
and you put it to soak overnight with some white rice in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it properly soaks, you don't get the brown sugar, and you sweeten it with white sugar.
Yes,
that's the recipe. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
That Yvonne had a daughter by the name of Modeling, and her sister was Mabonto, and the Mabonto husband was Mr. Bonto.
I think Bonto was in Cock Street sometime, right?
Yeah, man, tall Bonto man.
Yeah.
But Yvonne was a tall good-looking woman, and she could make a ginger.
Mabonto was on Cock Street.
Yes. That was good.
Yvonne?
Yeah, man. Nobody can beat her, man, when it comes to ginger.
Yvonne and that woman from Barbados. You see where Frampton is?
Oh, you mean Borden-Lou?
Borden-Lou.
Yeah, man,
she could do a ginger beer too.
That was good. She was good.
She would do a ginger beer too.
Yeah, that was good. You know? See, that was fantastic, man.
Ginger beer wasn't easy.
It was not that easy.
But sorrel today, even sorrel today is not the sorrel that we used to drink
before. Everything changed. I don't know if it's the chemicals. I don't know. I changed it, but... Do you think that the young people will know how to make a good ginger beer?
Well, we just told them how to do it. We told them that they have to grate it.
Grate it, right.
Put water in it. Put your how you call that?
Your yeast?
Your yeast overnight. And
you boil it?
You boil it the next day.
Right.
And you let it
simmer
down. That's very easy to do,
Right. But you must get the aroma. You must feel it. And when you drink it, you must be like a good wine man. When you taste it, you have ginger beer.
So most times, they would give you ginger beer or sorrel and fruit cake. I don't know how people talk about black cake. Growing up, I never knew black cake.
Fruit cake.
You take Trinidad thing and talk about black cake. I said, fruit cake we know. And when you see they put that, it was red ruby wine.
Red ruby wine.
And you buy that.
You buy that
red ruby wine, and you have all your fruits. No matter where you buy your fruits, but you're putting that under your bed.
Under your bed.
And you put in that ginger wine, and you put in more fruits and more fruits and more fruits. And
I wonder, Cecil, have you started buying your drinks for Christmas?
I always have drinks for Christmas.
I know some people looking forward to their whiskey, their brandy, especially women, the punchy Cuba. When Christmas coming, Cecil, you must buy drinks.
Yes.
So it's a tradition.
Yes.
So your ginger wine, you must have that.
You must have ginger wine, you must have sorrel.
You must have sorrel.
You'll make your shoulder later.
You make your shoulder later.
Yeah.
You must have at least a brandy.
Yes.
You must have a little whiskey.
You must have a local rum.
Make sure you have your wabiu.
Yes.
Your local rum. And of course, what about you wouldn't no orange juice, no ginger, no.
You must have your orange juice.
You must have orange juice.
Yeah, you must have your orange juice.
So you get yourself ready. So I hope the people keep the tradition. Now, where do you keep those drinks? Under your bed?
Well, in our time growing up, your parents used to have it under the bed.
Oh boy, they don't want nobody to touch that,
And they used to put that in carton, in cloth.
In cloth,
yes.
right.
You have a big box.
Boy, you have a good memory.
And they put in it around. They have some bedding, and they wrap in that. Every box, every bottle, wrap in that wrong, man.
And so that they can suspect.
Yes. So if you go and you take a little wabiu, or you take a little whiskey, whatever you take, they will know.
They know what they're doing.
Yes, they know.
Let me ask you, you ever had a trip by Santa?
Oh, yes, as a boy. But what you see, what was foolish about it was, they're telling you, well, when your teeth comes out, put it under your pillow and Santa will... I never tried that. My teeth never come out for Christmas. Merci, Papa Bon Dieu.
Yeah.
Never come out for Christmas. But you know what? I visited Santa. Like when you go in town, you have a Santa by Astapans. You have a Santa by Depex. You want to take a picture.
Yeah, yes.
You have a Santa by most stores. You have a Santa. Like a Santa. And Santa will give you a little toy. When you go home and you open that, my brother, a little flat thing that Santa give you, a ponytail, a little car. What Santa was giving you now?
Yeah.
So you ever visit Santa?
Yeah, he gave me two little trucks, two little toy trucks. But I visited him, but Motepe, because he have that long beard, he have that big stomach, and Santa know you, eh?
Yes. I want to tell the person, someone told me, is ruby red wine and not red wine?
Yeah, ruby red wine.
That's what we said. We said
ruby
red
wine.
Yeah,
yes, you're correct.
Yeah, ruby red wine. Let's go to the telephone. Good evening. Good evening.
Cecil.
Yes.
Hey, look, Mr.
I miss your voice.
I will miss you, boy. Where the tats, man?
That's okay. I just come from visiting a friend, man, in the hospital.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
My time, yeah. Maybe for a point of correction, Border-in-law is a Grenadian. She was a Grenadian. She was
not Bijan. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And by the depot, the Coke depot, was established there to help people in Roseau. Because once you miss the Coke truck, when it make it wrongs, you have no choice or alternative. Then you have to go to the outlet. And Mr. Andre was the man behind the scene.
Yes.
Andre the pan man.
Irvin Andre.
No, Mr. Andre, man. The one
pan man.
The one, the pan man.
Pan man.
Yeah, I'm trying to
remember his name. Kenfield.
Yes.
Yep. Eddie
Andre.
Right. And ginger beer, you don't boil the ginger. You boil a pot of water. And you dump the grated ginger into the water for it to set with all the other ingredients you want to add. Your rice, your lemon, and your yeast. And you put that there to ferment. Okay? And my mother used to make cake for your mother, and she never used to give you fruit cake. Fruit cake was only for first communion and confirmation.
Well, I get fruit
you used
cake.
to get a slice of butter cake.
No, not
No,
sir. I can tell you no, sir. I'm saying that black cake.
You get your black cake at confirmation.
No, sir.
You get your butter cake at Christmas.
Confirmation,
I hope you forget I bring the susu money, man.
You tell him out.
Rennick, let me correct you. I made first communion. I never made confirmation. I made first communion
with your fruit cake.
And no, butter. You get a butter cake.
We're talking about baptism to the sacraments.
No, I'm telling you.
At the time you were involved in the sacraments.
I tell you, I baptized, and I made first communion. I never made confirmation.
All right, good.
So there's no way that I would have gotten any butter cake. I'm telling you.
I said, listen to what I'm saying.
Yes.
At Christmas,
You had your butter
you would
cake.
get a slice of butter cake. It was the main thing with a shoulder.
No.
I'm telling you.
I'm seeing my mother putting her fruit. I gonna call my mother, we. Mommy, if you hear me, Menad, you just call me. Menad, you just call me. Get mommy.
So, Renix, take your time and tell me that again. What he had for Christmas?
Baptism, First Communion, Confirmation was due the fruitcake.
Fruitcake, yes.
At Christmas time, we all had a slice of butter cake.
And shoulder.
Donut, if you could make some donuts. And your shoulder.
All right.
If that ever happened, I was a little boy.
All right.
You think you're a big man like now?
No,
we all grew up little boy. That's what we used to. At
the age of 10 years, 11 years, I knew nothing else but fruitcake.
Renix, when you do,
so you could remember Susu. You could remember when I used to
Yes. Your mother, my mother used to go sob and used to bring me some money by my mother.
Yeah, she was the agent of sob.
Yes.
So you could remember that?
Yes, very well.
So you could still can't remember you to get your butter cake?
I tell you, I can't remember that at all. I have good memory, butter cake. I get my fruit cake.
All right, Cecil.
if Judith is here, you know she can call.
All right.
Okay, tell her to Judith. I know that.
Yeah,
all right.
Okay, have a good one. I'm listening.
Thanks, all right. Rennick is a comedian.
Yeah, so
Rennick is a comedian.
Yeah.
And Rennick just decided that he wanted to say
mess you up.
He'll mess me up. But
yeah,
no.
So you had
I may would have eaten butter cake.
I know.
At a very tender age.
But
from 10 going up, I can recall.
Let me ask you a question now. What kind of cake you going to have for your Christmas? Fruit cake?
This year?
Uh-huh.
But let me tell you, I get fruit cake all about we.
Okay. You make yours already?
No, I don't know the people that are going to make it for me. Make it already.
All right.
But I am telling you that I know I'm going to get fruit cake.
Fruit cake.
You know?
And you don't want butter
cake. You know, Melissa normally give me my fruit cake every year.
Okay.
So I know that
aspect of it covered.
Is taken care of already.
But nothing like fruit cake at your home.
I don't make fruit cake, my brother. When I go to make fruit cake and I get in abundance, then
I agree with you.
Right? Okay. If I don't get, I'll get to see by the time. But it will be too late because the fruit will not be fermented enough. Yeah. And it will not be as I would like it.
Right. Okay.
But let me tell you, I never miss fruit cake.
Good. So Cecil,
yes.
Here is what. What about your nuts? Do you get your cashew nuts for Christmas?
Boy, I never take note of that though.
Your cashew nuts.
I never take.
That's part of Christmas, you know.
I never take note of
your cashew nuts.
Yeah.
Most people bring cashew at the home, or well, traditionally they do go for peanuts on a Christmas time.
Yeah,
it's cashew.
Yeah, I can't. Honestly, I cannot recall.
Are you giving any presents this year to anybody?
I always give presents, my brother. I love doing that.
All right. Good.
I love giving presents.
No cards. You'll not be sending out any cards.
Cards is
old fashioned.
It's old fashioned. I suspect now.
So you'll send email. You'll send a WhatsApp.
Those days is email and WhatsApp we have.
So right now, people sending messages Christmas by WhatsApp.
By WhatsApp.
You know? Okay.
That's what it is now.
All right.
But still, some people still send you the hard card, and I do appreciate it. I plan to give out a few cards this year.
All right.
You know, after a very long time. But this year I plan to do that.
What about parcels? Are you sending any parcels away?
Parcel?
Yeah. Any gifts to any friend overseas, or are you going to receive any parcel this year?
People are supposed to send parcel for me.
Because I know around Christmas time the barrel's starting to come.
Well,
you have a barrel coming?
Good evening.
Hey, Cecil.
Yes.
So, they're laughing. He said he was right. He said Olio did not confirm because Olio was in Adventist church.
That's correct.
And Olio did, you call it, First Communion?
And baptism.
That's how, and baptism. Mm-hmm. But Olio was in Adventist church already.
Yes.
And she said something about the cake.
Yes.
She said something about the cake. He said you were right. Yeah, he said you were right.
You remember? Mommy said I was right?
She listened to this.
Mommy said I was right.
My mommy said fruit cake or
Mommy said he was right. Mommy said he was right.
Oh, your mother says right.
She's fruit cake.
Your mother supporting.
I tell you, Rennick is a comedian.
Yeah, your mother.
My cousin Rennick is a comedian. I know Rennick for a long time.
Oh, and the man had you under the gun.
I tell you, I wish my mother would call. So my brother said, he called my mother to confirm it.
And you confirm.
Are you mad? My mother My mother, and my mother could bake, and she could bake too. And she could bake.
Good. Oh yeah, well, she defended
and
you.
she could bake. Both
And she
she
could
and
bake.
daddy could bake.
Oh yes, they could bake.
She
Yeah,
defended
daddy
you.
could bake.
You know,
That's good.
they could bake.
Yeah.
Well, once we get gas
All right,
stove,
later.
all right.
All right, later.
Once we get gas stove, we don't go by lie again. You know. No more lie.
You baking.
Baking.
Cecil, I was asking about your parcel. Are you going to receive any? I know during the Christmas time, many Dominicans look for their barrels. And I know special concessions are usually given for people to get their Christmas barrels because a lot of them will bring in their stuff from overseas for their relatives in Dominica in barrels. Are you planning to receive one? Is anybody sending you a barrel this year?
Boy. Do I have to answer that?
I just wanted to put you on the spot. You don't have to answer if you don't want.
All I can say, I don't know. I have brothers.
Yeah, they're listening, you know.
I have brothers overseas. As a matter of fact, our brothers will be in Dominica.
Oh, well.
They're already in the Caribbean.
Well, they'll bring their barrel. Whatever it is, they'll bring them.
So they'll bring their barrel.
They'll bring it.
But I know I have my mother, I have my sister or sisters, I have my brothers, I have cousins, I have so many of them. And I expect to get
at least something, man.
A little goodie.
A little goodies will come down. And many times they come either in little boxes or in the traditional barrels.
And I have a cousin they call him Justina in Chance Portsmouth. I know she always give me my goodies.
Oh well, good. So you have friends who are looking out for you.
No, my cousin, I tell you, I have friends.
So you'll get your parcel or your present.
I hope to get.
Well, I hope I'll get one myself.
No, you'll get, man. Don't try that.
I'll get my little parcel, not a barrel.
But you know, all of my children waiting to get their present.
All
of my children waiting to get their every year, I make it my duty, my business, to give my children their presents, and it is not. It's monetary.
Oh, it's cash.
It has to be cash.
All right, they'll do what they want.
Do what you want. Because you might buy things for them, and they might not.
Let me make a big statement here. Mm-hmm. I'm calling on all fathers who never gave their children a gift for Christmas. Give it to them now.
Yes.
All men.
Oh, by the way, today is my daughter's birthday.
All men, come out.
She's 16 years. Brielle, happy birthday to you, Brielle. We spoke earlier on today. We haven't seen. I mean, you were in Bavé State. And happy birthday to you, Brielle. Bri, a beautiful daughter of mine. She loves cricket. She loves football. She's an athlete. And Bri, enjoy your 16th birthday.
That's good.
All right?
All men, all Dominican men.
And I should also say...
all home and abroad.
I should also
make sure you send a gift for your child.
Yeah, I should also say my last son, Kaj, he celebrated his birthday on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
He was 10. Belated happy birthday to you, Kaj.
Right. But you need to tell me happy birthday too.
When was your birthday?
My birthday was on the 12th of November.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I didn't tell you, but I'm
that's
telling
why,
you now.
That's why you didn't come to my show.
12th of... you realize something went wrong?
Yeah.
My own was on the 12th of November, and Rose's own was on the 13th.
Wow. Well,
so we had a double.
So my son was on the 26th, and my granddaughter, she was on the 25th.
Right. My daughter, Shanna, she is on the 5th of November, and my grandson is on the 12th of November.
Yeah.
So a lot of Scorpions around.
And Skerrit's son, Dimitri, his birthday was on the 27th.
Oh.
That been Wednesday.
And I think Tony's one was in November as well.
Right. So
a whole set of Scorpions around me.
All right. Rosalind, thank you very much. And Tina said that tonight she's enjoying herself extra because it's bringing nostalgia to her.
Okay, that's good.
You know,
so we made people feel good tonight. So I just use a couple words that normally goes in Christmas: balloons, toys, nuts, hustle, decorations, traffic. A lot of traffic. As the Christmas comes quickly, you see a lot of people moving around.
Well, and let me tell you, as you say that traffic allows you to spend money. We don't talk about traffic meaning transportation, you know. Movement of people.
Yeah. Boy,
movement of people. Now people are looking for the gifts that they have to purchase.
Right, so they're moving
People
around.
are looking for things that they have to buy for their homes, their curtains, their tablecloth, their carpet. Some people still buy carpets.
Right.
You know, and various other things.
Right. Let me put another word. Rum means their drinks. Their curtain, their gifts, their cards, their castle, their carols, their varnish. Now, around that time, people are advertising as well.
Yes.
Their products.
Yes.
Their sales are out there. Come, you get a sale.
And that is so good, that during the Christmas season, that the business people feel it's important to give back. So they have all kind of bonanzas, they have all kind of raffles, they have all kind of giveaways, discounting prices, you know. I mean, it's amazing.
You're hearing it. And that's the time radio stations make money and television stations because people are busy trying to advertise their products because they want people to come and buy.
Yeah. It's a prime time for the media,
Business.
you know, real prime time.
So we use another word, ham. We had our ham. We didn't use that one though.
Turkey?
Turkey.
No, because turkey only just came.
Okay.
Turkey came maybe within the last 20 years.
Right. What about our bacon?
Bacon.
Because people normally have their ham
during
and bacon.
During Christmas in the old days, we were not using bacon.
All right.
I don't think we were using bacon.
But people always sometimes put their
People,
ham.
people
and
would have had their how you call this again? Baked beans.
Baked beans, yeah.
The egg, you know, this kind of things.
Right.
You know.
Another word we used was cake, or mastiff, and hustle, because during the Christmas time we hustle. Another thing another word we use, the shine, making sure your home is well decorated, shining, and crowds, because during Christmas time people moving back and forth, so you have a large crowd. You can see on shopping day in particular, especially in the afternoon time, all the supermarkets, all the roads are busy.
Yes.
Because children are moving around, parents are moving with them, people are trying to do the last minute shopping. So on that day, you have a large crowd, especially on your shopping day.
Yes.
So I just thought I would mention those words to tie up our discussion in terms of the Christmas.
And Christmas carols, you forgot to mention that.
Yeah,
Christmas
carols.
And as we said, in our time growing up, it was the Dean Martin, Jim Reeves. Help me.
Well, we had Jim Reeves. We had, for instance, I know for us locally, of late we had our man Tokyo.
Tokyo's Christmas song.
Yeah, his Christmas song. And who else we had? Pat Boone.
Because there's a difference between
Pat Boone.
There's a difference between Christmas.
There's Pat Boone. I know
Boone.
he made a number of Christmas songs as well. Let me see. We can always Google, see who else. Quite a number of American artists made songs on Christmas. And of late, we had Sparrow.
Yes, Sparrow Christmas songs.
Yeah, he made some Christmas songs as well.
Yeah.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Well, he copied it.
Well, that is a
cover.
Copy. A cover, yeah. So it's not really his own.
And of late, we've had that fella making some songs as well locally, or policeman, inspector of police. What's his name?
Who's that?
Hunter.
Hunter, yeah.
Hunter's made a couple of Christmas songs as well.
Yeah, Hunter has done a number.
I think he did a whole album. Which one of the songs you think, in your own mind, is one of the most popular Christmas songs? Little Drummer Boy.
I was just about to say the Drummer Boy, Papa Rappa Pam Pam.
Yeah, that's been very
popular. Was a popular one.
I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas.
I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas.
That's another popular song that we've heard.
In those days, you had a lot of these popular Christmas songs,
We have that. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Then we had Silent Night. Yeah, Jingle Bells, Jingle Bells.
Let's go to the telephone quickly.
Yeah.
Good evening to you, caller.
Cecil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, although I joined the program late, did you guys mention farm tax to put down on the linoleum?
No, we didn't.
We didn't.
No, we didn't.
Okay, what about the little line, the string for you to hang your cards just across the
Yeah, we
Christmas
did
tree?
mention it for your cards,
Okay.
Christmas cards. Yeah.
All right, for my card, that's okay. Yes, I used to have my card hang up there for a whole year. What about the brasso on the knobs of the doors to give it that shine brain?
We didn't
Like you in
mention.
a palace.
We didn't mention
Yeah.
brasso.
Oh yes, we should mention brasso because at that time all those
brass.
They were brass.
They were brass.
Yeah, all those ornaments were
Ornament.
brass. So you used to get we used to buy the brasso by Edwards.
Edward. Or also using your cobra polish to polish your
Cobra,
floor.
I'm coming with that cobra polish for the linoleum to slide.
Yes, yes.
So we had the electric slide long before it came through.
Yes, yes.
And that band, Merry Men from Barbados.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I can say for now.
Right, thanks.
Take
Yeah.
care.
Well,
All right,
here's some
yeah,
of the popular songs.
Yes.
My only wish for Christmas. A holy night. Oh, holy night. That's a very popular. Right?
The stars are shining brightly.
I'll be home for Christmas.
Yes. Jingle bells, jingle
Right, all
jingle
that.
all the way.
Feliz Navidad.
Yeah.
It's another very. That one has. Crazy has a very nice song for Christmas. I forgot the name of it. But we've had
We don't say Christmas songs, we say carols.
Carols, yeah.
Yes, there's a difference between Christmas songs and carols.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's some of them I can give you.
I think we forget even Johnny Mattis.
Johnny Mattis.
Yeah, Johnny Mattis himself had some serious good Christmas songs. You know, Silent Night.
Very, very, very popular.
Yeah, Silent Night is a popular one. Joy to the world.
Very popular one.
The Lord is come. Let earth.
You better not rouse. You better not.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yeah. Quite a number of songs.
Frank Sinatra sings.
Frank Sinatra sings a couple of them as well.
First day of Christmas, my true love went to me. Right, that was another one.
Well, Seth.
Yeah.
We're winding it down.
We're coming down to the end almost. Boy, we had to really talk about Christmas. And yes.
Let me just read
Christmas
a little
is a
letter.
tradition, yes.
How did you spend your Christmas? Things were bright and busy here. The stores were open at night during the whole season. They were lit up and decorated with colored lights. Christmas goods were everywhere, shining and new. Crowds of people were busy buying gifts and presents as well as paint, varnish, new furniture, curtains, and things like that. The supermarkets were cramped with customers getting hams, liquor, things for baking, and so on.
Hold on. Good evening to you, caller.
Good evening.
Good evening.
You know, that one I had like is when saying, I don't know where but I'm on the line.
That is our good friend Tokyo.
Yes, but they smart. When they know Christmas coming, they don't sleep, you know. When they see you go, when tomorrow you get your hand, we couldn't go for that pot, no?
So you pack over la pot, you then?
You pack over la pot. You have actually chien.
Okay.
So tout le monde est chien, et bien you go buy.
Well, Mokalism.
All right,
but that's one of the things too, eh? Those days, people were able to just go in people's yards.
Yeah.
But right now, you have all this electronic equipment. You have big
Cameras.
dogs in the yard. You know, so
You have cameras, you
so
have big
right
gates,
now, big gates,
electrical
so people,
gates.
you know, so people feel that as though they're being kept out, so they don't want to go out.
Well,
again.
you know, we can sing outside, stay by the gate and sing,
No, but people want to come inside.
No.
Or if they sing,
when
you must come
if
outside.
you stay by the gate and you sing, and the person in the house,
they will hear you.
They will hear you. They should bring your little wabyu for you. They should bring your wabyu for you.
Okay. What about, there was one I was reading, what about the lampshade? In the old days, remember we had our lamps.
Yes. Chandeliers, you talking
the
about?
chandeliers.
Yes.
So they come with their lampshade to put around the lights. So that, you know, they say, well, we have a new lampshade for Christmas. So because remember during those days, there were no lights. So people would always look forward to getting their lampshade.
Goldie, thank you very much, Goldie. Someone just said that, Corbett, Frank, I really enjoyed the program. which has put me in the Christmas spirit. Thank you. Well, if I did that, bring my ginger beer for me.
No, here and last.
I know it is, so you're in Portsmouth.
Yeah,
so
that you like that one. I'm going to end here with our new close to make curtain, new tumblers, and new lampshades made our way outside to get a bus to go to home. We had to wait a while because the traffic was heavy, but we got home with everything safe and sound. Have a Merry Christmas.
I love that.
I just wanted to end.
I
so
love
you
that.
go, you get your tumbler, man.
Yes.
Okay.
Somebody, get Eddie in England. Let's see what Eddie has to say. Good evening to you, Eddie. Good evening, Eddie.
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Well, I'm going to look for my bamba hule. My firewood is already there. And my pork sally ready to go over the fire. Have a good night. I'll enjoy my Christmas.
Papa,
Bon,
Sanu fella, Sanu fella.
People get.
They go look for a bamba hule.
The woman going for a baba hule.
She go look for her smoked meat.
Her smoked meat.
You know we didn't mention that tonight.
No, we didn't mention no smoked meat.
You for the Christmas you must eat smoked meat.
You must eat smoked meat. Yes, Cecil.
People are eating meat. They will eat smoked meat.
And most of the times, it is not goat meat.
No.
It is not cow meat.
It is pig meat.
Pig meat. With
meat.
your baba hule, with your kapla and your kush and your plantain and your banana, and you make yourself a nice broth. So when you drink that, whilst you're drinking that soup or that broth, you have your rum next to your wine.
Wow.
And you're talking. And I could see my grandmother while she's talking, she takes out the pipe. Remember that pipe?
Mm-hmm.
Puts fresh tobacco in that, and she by the kitchen there smoking. Now the wood, the galta, remember they go in the bush to get bois diab.
Yeah, good bois diab.
So they're cutting wood
dry
for a whole month in the bush.
Yeah.
Cutting that wood.
And putting that above the galba so it can get dry
dry
itself.
And they're bringing down the wood because they cut the wood in the forest, so they had to carry the wood. So if they have their donkey, they're cutting the wood and they bring it down in little parcels.
Or,
and
or if they don't have a donkey, they put it in the parcels. They're tying it.
Put
it
it
on your head. Balance it.
Come down to town, to the country, and put that on up.
Yeah.
On the galta. So you have that.
Yeah.
So that is where action going to take place.
You put that viand to parfumer. You put that pig meat to parfumer, not the gel.
No, the pig meat.
The leg
quarter.
The leg quarters.
And you have that.
And also the uni ham.
Oh, and you have your ribs.
Yes.
And boy, you're ready to go.
Well, that's not for me.
Eh?
That's not for me.
No, I know you just 7 days.
No,
but that's for me.
I'm not eating pork.
But you'll not touch anything? Like the no whiskey?
No.
No brandy?
No.
What happened? Juice?
Yes, red wine.
Red
wine?
No juice. So you forget all those things, man.
I forget.
Your juice.
I'll drink my juice. Good evening.
Cecil,
yes.
You can remember when Grande people used to go Wesley. And when Christmas coming, they waiting for Wesley Grande people, and they just bring full and shake.
Yes.
Yum babauli, and when you make a broth with that, it's broth, but right now it's vap.
Yes, you're flying fish.
Not broth, they're making vap.
Yeah. But that was making
for them. Yeah, for them to look at you, when you see they sing, for them to look at Christmas, they put in themselves.
Merci. Thank you.
Very nice.
Well, this is my Christmas.
Yeah.
God is me, and I have life, and my team okay.
All right, thanks. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Now, come to the end.
Yeah.
Beautiful night.
Oh, wonderful.
Go back in time, and we decided that we want to talk about Christmas.
Right.
And you see what happened? Our folks spoke of Christmas. It gave the young folks of today the opportunity now to understand what we lived, the life that we lived. And I can tell you that they are going to be jealous of us.
Oh, yeah.
from what they heard tonight, they are going to be jealous of us.
Yeah, we had a good life.
We had a very good life.
Very good life.
And so it was good that we could bring back a little nostalgia to our folks.
Oh, yes, and they felt it.
And I'm sure that some people not only getting the nostalgia, but they're going to try some things again. Mm-hmm. Everybody have tiles, so I don't think they will buy carpets.
Okay.
But people try the ginger beer, the sorrel, the shodo.
The shodo.
You know. And I'm sure that some good old folks are going to try some of the things that we spoke of tonight.
Yeah, they will.
And I want to say to them, thank you for listening.
Thanks
Your
for
last
listening.
words.
It was a wonderful time to go back in the past, to look at Christmas, how it used to be. And we give you a snip view of the Christmas, traditional Christmas. And we hope that everyone in Dominica will have a happy and Merry Christmas. And men, please make your child or your children happy for the Christmas. It doesn't take plenty. Whatever you have, please send for them and make them happy.
I want to agree with you.
Take care.
And I want to say to you, thank you again, Brain, for another wonderful night, another wonderful program where we were able to bring some nostalgia back to many of our people. And it's a way to remind us adults that we had a great time. And another way to remind our present generation the life that we live, the things that we did. And they too will have their time. They too will speak of what they did. They too will talk about laptop. They'll talk about tablets. They'll talk about computer. They will talk about things that we may not even know of. So I just want to say thank you very much for the callers to be entertained by us, and that you also entertain us by the things that you said. So I want to say thank you very, very, very much, and God bless you as we continue moving towards the success of our lives. And let's make sure, if God give us that grace, when we get up in the morning, let's do something good for our beautiful country, Dominica. Let's stay strong, because we all are Dominicans. One love, God bless you, and I say bye-bye.
Airstrikes against rebel positions in and around Aleppo. The Iranian foreign minister met President Assad in Damascus to reassure him of Iran's solidarity. A BBC investigation has found that tomato puree produced using forced labour in China is likely being sold by supermarkets in Europe. Exiled members of Xinjiang's Muslim communities have described how they witnessed or were forced into hard manual labour. Renako Selina reports.
We've come to a secret location in neighbouring Kazakhstan to meet a man we're calling Mehmet.
They told me if I don't do the job we tell you to do, you'll be sent back to prison camp. There's a job for you in the tomato fields.
Mehmet is one of 14 people the BBC has spoken to who've endured or witnessed forced labour in Xinjiang's tomato industry. One told us how they were forced to pick 40 sacks of tomatoes a day and beaten or given electric shocks if they failed. It's hard to verify these claims, but they are consistent. China denies any use of forced labour in Xinjiang and says accusations of human rights abuses there are disinformation.
One of the most powerful people in the global motor industry, Carlos Tavares, has resigned as chief executive of Stellantis. The company, which owns the Chrysler, Jeep and Fiat brands, did not give a reason for the resignation, but the firm has suffered a steep decline in profits this year. Suranjana Tawari reports.
He was known as one of the most respected executives in the auto industry. Carlos Tavares will step down with immediate effect, though. The automaker has been facing declining sales in North America in particular. That led it to issue a profit warning back in September, which included a forecast for cash burn of up to $10.6 billion. And so Mr. Tavares' approach was under scrutiny as a result of that performance.
World News from the BBC. Protesters have clashed with riot police in the Georgian capital Tbilisi on the fourth consecutive night of anti-government unrest. Some demonstrators threw fireworks at the parliament building and erected barricades which they set ablaze. Georgian media reported demonstrations in a number of other cities. The protests were triggered by the Prime Minister's announcement on Thursday that he would suspend Georgia's bid to join the EU. On Sunday, Irakli Kobakhidze denied those comments. Environmental campaigners have reacted with dismay after some oil-producing countries scuppered plans to draw up a treaty to limit global plastic pollution. The oil producers at a summit in South Korea called for the focus to be on managing waste rather than limiting plastics production. Erik Lindebeis from the Worldwide Fund for Nature was at the talks in Busan. He described the outcome as a huge blow.
The meeting saw really vast majority of countries uniting around globally binding measures, and at the end only to see that being stopped by few countries.